Yeah,
Fake
you're
hype.
excited.
I can't
Hype
even
train.
fake excitement.
We're up.
Yeah. Sweet.
It's the post-hype train.
The post E3 hype train, the later than it should be hype train.
Yeah, just a little bit. That's okay.
Completely
Though.
out of dopamine. Hype train.
Yeah, like I'm totally drained from that. It was too exciting.
Oh, it says we're streaming Sea of Thieves.
No, it doesn't. God, no, it doesn't. How the hell?
Dude, it updates slowly.
I switched it to review streams, keep the bar low, E3 Expo.
Yeah, that says tonight
you-
the 2-Bit Punks talk E3 reactions, stories, and critiques.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
under games it says Sea of Thieves.
Oh, yeah.
I missed it. I missed it. There
It's
it is.
fine. It's fine.
No, I missed it. I missed it. I got it. I fixed it.
This is ruined.
It's all over.
I fixed it. Fixed it. It's fine. I posted all those things too. All posted now.
All right.
Well, I thought we should start the E3 stream by saying, let's remember that no matter what we say about games, it doesn't matter. And we are all simultaneously wrong and right.
Exactly.
Because they're just our opinions. Because I hear a lot of E3 like post streams and they'll just be like, meh, meh, like so negative or so ridiculously positive. And then you just got to remind yourself that it's all opinions.
It doesn't
And-
really
Yeah.
matter.
We all like terrible games and we all like good games.
Oh, I love terrible games, and people love watching me play those, especially if I've been drinking.
Yeah, I thought it might be kind of
Yeah.
fun for you to tell people like what you think is a game most people don't like that you like each one of us before we started the E3 thing. Just be like, what's a game that you think's good but most people hate?
Oh, geez. Destiny 2.
Oh, come on, most people don't hate that.
I
you
mean-
like a lot worse games than that. You just talked about Pokemon Quest.
I do. Yeah, well, actually, I'm playing that right now.
Wait, I want to look up, see if I could find the user base for like number of users on Pokemon Quest.
So, do you have one in mind? Have you already thought about this?
What, me for bad games?
Yeah.
I should have. I really should. Oh, yes, I do actually. Devil May Cry 2. Because most people hate Devil May Cry 2, and I love it.
Well, we've actually talked about that. I like that one quite a bit too. So I guess
We did.
Wait.
I'm in your camp there.
Wait a minute. So this Pokemon Quest game is like Minecraft?
No.
It just looks like it.
It
just
looks like
looks like it?
basically your Pokemon. You put your Pokemon in a level, and it just kind of like goes, and you can tell it what moves to use, or you can just let it auto battle.
Uh-huh.
And you have like a group of 3 Pokemon that just go through the level, and you can like give them stones to make them more powerful. So it's basically, like I said, it's inventory management. The game.
I know why the audio's messing up.
Why?
Because I had 2 Adobe applications running on my laptop.
Well, there you go.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it. I was going to open up Illustrator here in the background, but pay attention.
Okay,
Pay
so
attention to the stream first.
bad games. Let me look through my Steam library real quick.
So what's the question? Was it start again? It's
The question that I had asked was, well, we started off by saying, because we're going to be reviewing games we saw at E3 and conferences and things like that, we wanted to reiterate these are all opinions. Everybody feels differently about different games, and we all like games that are bad and games that are good. So what's a game that you play or like that other people don't generally find to be a good game?
So just
mean,
looking through
probably
my
just like unknown stuff, I guess, would be the thing.
just looking through my
Maybe
my Steam library, I've got 2 that jump out.
Oh, yeah?
I really, really
Okay, I
actually
got the answer.
I enjoyed No Man's Sky quite a bit.
Wow, you are like
Oof.
the only person.
Wow.
And what was the other one?
Do you have that in your games library on Steam?
Yeah, I bought it the day I pre-ordered it.
So I think that game is actually very different now than it was when it initially started.
Yeah, I haven't even opened it back up, honestly. I played it for like 2 months. How many hours do I have in this game?
Mm-hmm.
23 hours. That's a lot of hours.
Wow. That is a lot of hours.
So that one, and I forgot the other one. Oh, the Earth Defense Force that was actually made by an American company.
Is that like the third one?
That's the one that you and I played through. A lot of people hate it because it's such a giant departure from the normal
Yeah,
Earth
yes.
Defense Force games.
Okay. I have a decent answer to this question. A
Do it.
game
What
that
is it?
Game that I like that a lot of other people don't. Lawbreakers.
Oh no,
Uh,
that
It's a-
doesn't
I
count.
think it's a great game.
Oh,
Yeah,
it counts absolutely.
The player base has
Absolutely counts.
gone. The player base has gone up significantly since they made it free to play.
Yeah,
Like,
how long is that
we
gonna
could-
last?
We could actually
Wait,
until September, so
made-
they shut down the service
Oh,
made
why are
it-
they shutting the servers down?
because
exactly.
nobody wanted to play it.
There you go. Perfect answer.
Yeah.
10 points to Jared.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, but
And it
that
was a
game
great
is
game.
extremely
And-
fun.
And
Mhm.
it
Oh,
was
I
E-
agree.
and it was at E3 last year, so we can segue on in.
Yeah, did
Yeah,
you
we
guys?
have fun memories.
You guys won a match you weren't supposed to, didn't you?
I don't know if we weren't supposed to
I
win it.
mean, no one told us that it was for charity, really. Like, just we just kind of found out after we won. Like,
Mhm.
oh, these guys like
They were playing for
totally kicked our
charity,
ass.
and
were playing-
oops.
Yeah, so that happened. But I think there were other other gamers on our team as well, and so they might have been
Oh,
playing
yeah.
for a different charity. It's entirely possible.
Nah, I don't think so. But I do think that the money went to the right place either way. It did not go to us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, right.
You
Yeah,
didn't get paid. Okay.
We didn't get money. We didn't.
We just got glory.
We didn't directly take the money out of
Out of the
mouths
children's
children,
mouths.
or
Yeah.
the homeless, or pregnant teens or something. It wasn't our fault.
It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
directly.
Yeah, it wasn't our fault. No one told us.
Okay, so E3, tell me about it. I want to know all about like the experience. I'd love to go next year. But I just kind of want to know how busy exactly was it?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to picture painted a vivid
Yes.
tapestry of E3
Yes.
goodness?
Absolutely.
Well, I'll tell you, it wasn't as busy as last year. It definitely was less crowded. I think a lot of people were disappointed that they couldn't do what they wanted to do last year, and so the numbers for sales were way down this year.
Mm-hmm.
Because it just seemed like even with the reduced hours, like we didn't have. There wasn't as much trouble playing a game. I'm not
Yeah.
positive how many we played last year. Maybe I could scroll down here through some screenshots and things. But
Did you play more games this year than last year?
I think we did. Oh, I think
Yeah.
I did at least.
More distinct games, I would say. Yeah, more different games. So we got some reps last year on some of the same games, but like we played Lawbreakers, probably 3 times, and we played Dragon Ball Fighter Z 6 or 7.
You guys
Yeah.
and your fighters.
Oh, dude. Well,
Well,
actually,
That is a really good game, though. I still need to go through the villain story mode, but I if it can keep my attention through an entire campaign, then that means it's a good fighter because I'm not good at them, so I generally don't like them. But it was very intuitive. It was easy to play.
yeah, fighters are good games to pick at E3 because you get through the lines quick, and if you
Yeah.
have ever seen or been to E3, you know that it's a mess of lines, and some lines are very long, 2 hours or longer than that. So getting in a fighter in about 15 minutes is welcome.
Oh, absolutely.
yeah. Especially
um,
if you just like wait. What did we wait? Like 2 hours to play Mega Man 11?
Really?
Yep.
2 hours
Yeah,
in line.
roughly.
The
Oh, I
whole
think it was
time?
longer than that. Maybe that was
I
probably the
don't think
longest
so.
line. I think it was
It
the
was the
longest line
longest-
we waited.
I think it was the longest line we waited in, but no, Skull and Bones was longer. Skull and Bones was the longest line we waited.
So you played
Ah,
Skull
yeah,
and
you're probably
Bones?
Yes.
We did. Would you like me to go through? Because I got a list actually. Of
yeah,
the
give me
games
the
we
list of
played
games you played.
and what we did. So like the first thing I played was Space Junkies at the Ubisoft conference.
Okay, now
which
I
was actually-
didn't. That wasn't real. I didn't see anything about that game. What is it exactly?
So it's a VR game.
Okay.
Yeah, and I love VR games. And actually, I think it's cool about how we got to the Ubisoft conference too. is we were actually just like taking a blind shot at going to the place, and we were going to be looking for a standby line to go into the theater, but we actually approached from the back of the place by accident, and they were starting their conference at the time that we were walking up.
Oh, nice.
And so they were basically like, "Hey, it's real empty. Do you guys want to come in here and play games?" And they gave us free hats.
Mhm.
And then we were just like, "Yeah, okay." And then like we were there. We were like right next to their little their streamers booth. So they had like I could have it wasn't Ubisoft. So they had like streamers and like Ubisoft people doing a news desk kind of thing.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
we actually kind of hung out there while we watched the conference.
And you just
And then we got to play a couple games. Yeah, so that was really cool. Oh, and free food. Yeah, Ubisoft, they fed us
Even better.
free like tacos and for some reason pizza
Yeah.
rolls. and
Lots of
then,
pizza
like,
rolls. They were trying
sandwiches.
to force feed us pizza rolls.
Sponsored
Yeah.
by
Messed up.
Totino's.
Yeah, exactly. And nobody wanted them. Everyone's like, "Yep, I had some, thanks." And I'm just like,
Yeah.
"Oh, come on, man, like, please, just
Well, I ate a
Just-
tray of
just-
them.
just have
It's
some
like I
pizza
already ate a
rolls, man.
tray. Don't give
Yeah.
me more. It's
yeah,
gross.
It's ridiculous."
Okay, so next question is: you played it on the what system did you play it on?
So I actually have all of that marked down on my list, and it's in my reviews.
Yeah, I saw it in the review.
so
That's why I
Space-
wanted to bring it up because it's one that I haven't used yet.
It's on the HoloLens.
Now that's a Microsoft, isn't it?
Yes, I believe so.
And
The
it's
controllers, though, were exactly like the ones that you had.
okay. So they were like the Rift controllers.
Yeah, they're exactly that.
Okay.
Like
Well,
the company must have sold them to.
Personally, I think those are
everyone
way
where they
better
could
than the
use them
Vive.
multiple
So,
Those were nice. I do think that those controllers are a step up. I do think the Vive needed to upgrade their controllers when they released the new system that they have.
well, that's what ended up selling me on the Oculus over the Vive is the controllers.
Yeah, and it's not a bad reason to do it. And the
No.
room scale on your Oculus isn't too bad, but of course it's owned by Facebook, so that's like
Yeah, that's rough.
Oh man.
Now the HoloLens, I have some questions about that because it was originally pitched as like a it wasn't VR, it was more of a like mixed reality. Is that what they call it? Where basically an overlay over
AR?
reality. Yeah, AR. It was-
augmented,
Mhm.
like,
Yeah.
augmented
Yeah.
reality. Yeah.
that's what it was pitched as. How
Huh.
much of that did they stick with, or is it just a straight VR helmet?
It was a straight VR helmet, and controllers were like the ones you had.
Okay.
I thought the game was actually really fun because it was like a team shooter.
Okay.
It was like
Mhm.
2v2. But one thing that they did was they specifically, and I actually have this criticism of a different VR game that I played at E3, but this actually worked for this game, is that you're supposed to be in a jetpack.
Oh, okay.
So your movement makes sense when you're like using the control stick to move around and to go up and stuff. So you're just like, yep, up, down, right? This is me on a jetpack, like in any video game with a jetpack, except for I'm in the seat of the jetpack.
That's
So
really cool.
it was really nice. So they took the mechanics of a physical device into account when they made their game, and that made it a really great shooter. Our team
Mhm.
won. We totally kicked ass.
Well, you
But I really
usually
liked
do.
I really liked the levels. I had to get used to it too. I was just like, what am I doing? What's left up, right? You know, that whole thing. And then it's VR at the same time, so it's like this is all super disorienting. So like the first 2 minutes were just me bumping into walls and running around and stuff.
And there's a
Well,
beta
I
for
liked it.
Space Junkies now too.
Yeah, it's
Is there?
Uplay, right?
It seems like every Ubisoft game, yeah, is
Yeah.
like doing like open betas now. So
Yeah, that's when I downloaded the app. Basically, they all came up, and I'm like, all right, well, I know what I'm doing for the next half hour, and I signed up for like 5 betas. The only one I
Well,
don't have any real interest in is the what is it, Dirt or something like that?
Crew 2.
No. Well, yeah. That's
Yeah.
the
Yeah, I
The
signed up
racing
for
game.
it. I don't know. It'll probably be fun to
Oh.
kick around for a little bit. But
So-
we could talk about more VR that we saw since we're on the VR right now.
yeah. I would love to know what's coming out because I've got the Rift and I'm
oh
always
man,
interested in new games to play.
my my OCD is just already breaking because I really want to go down the list. But talk VR. What VR game did you play, Tristan?
Well, I played. So you were talking about, the games controlling how the VR game it made sense how it controlled. Well, I played Megalith, which was a MOBA VR, which I had a fun time playing. I had a good time playing it, but the controls are kind of whack because you use it was a PlayStation VR. You use the little weird globe remotes they have, and
Yeah.
PlayStation Move remotes or whatever they are,
Yeah.
and
that's it.
you can strafe left and right, and then go forward and back. And I think you played this too, Jared.
Yep.
The turning, you have to click a button on either side for, and it turns you like 15 degrees every time you click it.
Oh,
So that was super awkward. And then
Yeah.
like to go backwards, you had to like raise your arm up and push down a trigger at the same time. And sometimes it just didn't really work. Like if you didn't push the button down before you raised your arm up and you kind of did it at the same time, it would just like not register that you were doing that. And then you're
Yeah.
doomed.
okay. So
Yeah. It's so awkward. Like, if that's how all the PlayStation VR games are, if you have to use the PlayStation Move controllers, then they're gonna fail miserably. Like, it's so awkward.
well, that's
like,
actually
point-
kind of a
So like,
common.
point my arm behind myself. This is how I move backwards. Yeah, that's what I do when I move backwards. That's what I want to do.
All right, so I can actually explain the movements
I mean,
because
I
there are
know
a lot of
why.
VR games that are like that, where it just kind of like teleports you like a quarter.
No, it doesn't teleport you.
Well, what I'm saying, it's just a real choppy movement that's just slightly moves you in like a circle when you
Mhm.
move. Because that's because people get sick, they get super sick in VR. That's a
Yeah.
way to kind of like negate that.
Uh,
Teleporting is.
Yeah, yeah.
But turning your point of view 15 degrees.
Yep,
You said
that's
that one happens a lot.
yeah, it happens a lot
Huh.
in games. Because I just played
Oh boy, no.
while you guys were there. I downloaded what's it fucking called? Was there was a new movie that just came out where it all takes place in VR.
Ready
You can't
Player
pay-
One?
Yeah, the Oasis. There's an Oasis VR game for free, so I downloaded
Huh.
that, and that's how that works.
I mean,
Um,
what is that? It's just like
I played Gauntlet. Like Gauntlet's in there. There's like a
What? Like the old school one?
yeah, but it's in
Nice.
In
VR,
VR?
so it's basically archery the game.
Big
Ah.
God. That's
Huh.
cool.
all right.
And I had to switch some settings up so that it didn't do that because it was driving me crazy. So
At least you could change it.
I think that's going to be an option in the VR in the PlayStation VR too. It has to be to turn that off.
Yeah.
Well, it was on
Let's
for
hope.
Megalith, and I don't blame Megalith, like the game developers. What studio was that? I got it. I don't blame them for that. That's PlayStation. It was disruptive.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
not disruptive. I think their E3 conference is fun. Like, there's their little like sort of movie trailer. Like, this would be a conference if we actually could get people to come to our thing. But Disruptive's fun. Like, they're funny, and the game was in and of itself enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Yeah.
Like,
the
being-
controls use a little help.
Yeah, it just needs a controller. Honestly, all the VR controllers should be those single one-handed things that you can use your pinky and your ring finger to hold, while you can use your other three fingers to do buttons, and then have the gyroscopes in them. Like, that just should be what those controllers are, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, PlayStation Move ones are terrible. But you
Yeah.
also played another VR game, didn't you?
Yeah, I
Wait,
played
we-
two
we
other
didn't-
ones.
We didn't even talk about Megalith, just that it was
Yeah.
good and that we hated the PlayStation Move controllers. What's the actual
Yeah.
game like?
Well, it's kind of like Paragon, I would say.
Which
Each team,
I never played Paragon.
Paragon's fun.
MOBA, right? Like
Mhm. Yep.
third person MOBA, but this time you're in VR, so it's first person.
Yep, first person. They didn't let us pick characters. We were assigned characters. It was 2v2, which I don't think is what the actual game will be because the environments were quite large for that number of players. There's like little dudes that seem pretty insignificant that run around at your feet, and you're like giants. And
Yeah, the
yeah.
minions running around.
So the guy I was playing with was a long range character, and I was mid range. And there were some cool, abilities and stuff. And the weapon would change in your hand when you change the abilities. And I dominated, so that made it more fun.
Yeah, it always makes it more fun.
But
I lost. I lost miserably.
which character were you again? You were long range, right?
Did his sound just go insane?
Oh yeah, no,
for
he
you,
went
Chris?
he went super robot mode.
Okay, yeah, that sucked. But I was the lightning, like longer range character.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, and that was fun. Like the abilities, once I kind of started getting used to the PlayStation moves buttons and their locations, then it was
Mhm.
just like I liked having the little menu floating here-ish, and then
Was it like there
area of it
constantly though,
in
or
here. Yeah, it's just kind of like floating, just like right outside your point of view. So let's say it'd be like there on camera. I thought that was fine. It's like let me know where everything was. I'm sure you could
so it's just kind of
know all
fine?
your buttons and everything. But it like gives you little indicators when your ultimate's up and stuff like that. So let's put it in there. I basically felt like what was it? Battleborn in VR, but only like a limited number of heroes, right? And like
That actually
they'll
sounds
probably
fun. Battleborn VR.
yeah. So it was like again, the controllers was the biggest problem, and then lack of heroes. So like if they had more heroes in the game, that would be cool. All right, you know what? I'm gonna.
They probably
post-
do. I mean, you probably get to select in game, but it was just because of E3, it was limited.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that was the one there. We had a bunch of other VR games we played, too. You played what? 2 more?
I played one more.
Oh, 1 more. I played 2 more.
You
So-
played.
I played Creed, which is the
Oh
boxing
yeah.
sim. And that,
did.
I would say, was probably like, thinking back, it was my second to last game that I liked at E3. So, like, my least favorite, it's my second to least favorite game, I would say, that I played at E3. And I love Rocky, I'm all about it. I like boxing, I like UFC. I got in there, I was like, I'm ready to punch. It was stressful. I exercised a ton, which I wasn't prepared to do inside of E3. It made me super sweaty. And you had to punch, I punched the guy in the face a ton of times, and I couldn't understand why it wasn't registering my punches. And they're like, you got to hit harder. So you had to, actually punch, hard to get it to register your punches. It wasn't about accuracy. It was about, accuracy and physical, speed of the remote. And I was just like, I don't want to do that. It's
Right.
hard to get me to, while blindfolded, want to punch super hard
Right.
all over the place. So
To the air when you know
I didn't
you're
love it.
never going to actually hit anything.
yeah. Also, Rocky gives you a speech at the beginning, and it's Sylvester Stallone, but his mouth doesn't move.
Oh,
He's just
really?
moving his head. It looks like
We've,
one of the dudes from Goldeneye.
We've definitely moved way past that. They should be moving their mouths at this point. In
Yeah.
there's
Yeah, I
no
would think
excuse
so.
for that.
Seemed like a tack on to me.
Now I did
Yeah.
not play that, but I did stand with Tristan for a few minutes and then come back and then
Did
see him playing.
Did he seem super uncomfortable?
He I actually have some photos. Man, I wish I could just throw them into the chat somehow. I don't have it. But yeah, no, he's like dodging and ducking. What?
It was
So-
extremely hard.
Yeah, well, it seems like it.
Sounds
And then you
kind of
you, like,
unpleasant, actually.
and what was the reward if you beat somebody? Is you
Oh.
would win a sweatshirt?
Yeah, that was another thing that stressed me out. Is that they said if you knock the guy out in 1 minute or less, you got a sweatshirt, and it took me 1:44, And when the guy-
Oh,
which was not a good time really compared to what other people were getting. But once I figured out how hard you had to hit, then I kind of got it. And also another thing I didn't get was that they told you dodge and stuff, and people aren't dodging and getting low and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll do that. So I was doing it. But
right.
if you dodged and he punched over your head, he would still hit you. You had to put your hands up like this.
Oh,
And
geez.
if you didn't put your hands up like this, even if it clearly missed you with the punch, it would still hit you. because they just like assume you're like a pillar, I guess.
Right, like you're
No.
gonna be doing it from a chair or something.
Yeah, I think it just didn't really register all of like your head and stuff. So if you got really low, it wasn't like, oh, he missed you. It was like you didn't block, you know?
Well,
Yeah,
they
So-
probably had it set
that's
for.
a bad game mechanic.
They had the height set too high, probably.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it's something they should have.
Oh,
I mean, I
you
guess
mean
it could be that.
Well, because the room scale, they're not like readjusting it per user, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I
It's
had to
there.
because I have to change the height for Ileana a lot of the time.
Yeah, that
Like
makes
if there's
sense.
a game she wants to play, I just I go from 6-1 to 4-1, and she,
Yeah, maybe that was it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Anyways, next game.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, before we get into
what-
the next game, are you looking at the game I'm playing right now, Tristan?
I am. Yeah.
I think this might be something you dig. Did you ever play the
Is
old
it-
like Quake?
Yeah, it looks like
It looks,
Doom.
it looks like Doom. Yeah.
Yeah, this is it's got the graphical style of like Quake, but it's a roguelike. So each
Oh, no kidding.
every time you restart, you basically start from scratch, and you have the levels are all laid out differently, and
Does that procedural generation of the level?
yeah. All right, next game.
All right. Let's see.
Yeah,
Real,
looks cool.
real quick.
Next game, Jared.
From Ubisoft, real quick, we played Brawlhalla.
Mm-hmm. That was fun.
Which is a platform fighter in the vein of Smash Brothers, and I think it was lacking in the control department.
Now you
I think
never
you're
said
wrong.
you never said who won in your review. Who won? You or Trey?
Oh yeah,
Oh.
no, because I was gonna go back and post.
Tristan dominated all in that game.
Nice.
I
Oh,
won 2 matches in a row.
Tristan had a serious win streak going on for a while at E3.
Mm-hmm.
It was real. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like the first couple days. Yeah, I didn't lose in anything. I mean, I came out on top overall, I think, but I had a couple rough losses.
How
But,
rough? How rough?
Well, I mean, nothing like terrible. Jared did dominate me in Soul Calibur once, but
It's true. Wait, didn't I twice? We played like 3 times, didn't we? Didn't I beat
you might
you
have beat me
5?
twice. I can't remember.
Because you surprisingly beat me in the other fighter. Like I thought I was gonna.
Oh,
I thought
yeah.
I was gonna get you in My Hero.
Yeah,
And,
Oh.
and you got me every time, and I was just like, damn it! Like he's just on me. Like,
yeah. I was mad about Soul Calibur.
yeah.
But,
But Brawlhalla, I think the controls were lacking. Like it was like a slow response time to me. Tristan says that it's like the weapons that we were picking up.
mhm.
I feel like that's
Oh,
not
okay.
not a good excuse.
So is it like
Well,
you
I
choose your
played
weapons?
two sets in a row, and Jared played one. It's similar to
Mhm.
Smash Bros. It's been out for a while, but we were playing it on PS4.
Yeah.
But like the different characters, every character seems to have 2 weapons that they can pick up, and while you're in the match, or you can just do hand to hand. But the characters' weapons are all different. And the first character I had, his weapons were a lot faster than the second one, and it also you can hold down the buttons and then like wait and release them, and it'll kind of do like a timed attack. So there is some definite like timing and lag to the controls, but I think it's on purpose. I think you just got to get used to it.
Okay.
Yeah, this is not something I enjoyed.
So
that's
there's
me.
like light characters and heavy characters then for the most part.
Yeah, and there's a lot of skins too. It's honestly, I'll go back to that game if I can pick it up cheap. I don't know what it costs.
Yeah, see right there. If you could pick it up cheap.
Well,
But-
because it's
but you're definitely getting Smash Brothers.
well,
Well,
I mean,
think everybody's
Smash
gonna
Bros
get
is a
Smash
AAA
Brothers.
title. I mean, you can look at the graphics and you know that it was easier to make Brawlhalla than it was for Smash. I mean, it's just not as complex. I'd pick it up
Yeah.
for $15, and that's what I mean by cheap with that game.
Yeah.
That's still a lot of money for like what I would call a AA game or
Yeah, like a B game.
yeah.
Definitely B gamer. Low for me, but that was me. So
Or it might be III now. That's what they're calling like indie games that get picked up by big publishers or like have a lot of money behind them.
Triple I.
Right.
Successful. Yeah, III,
That's
successful
the
indies.
first time I've ever heard that.
yeah, so Tristan pays attention to more gaming news than we do.
Oh, of course.
I just listen to a lot of podcasts where people talk about games, so they use all the hip lingo.
The hip lingo.
Yeah.
All right, so Brawlhalla's a maybe. What's next?
Let's see. The next thing down the list that I played was Smash Brothers Ultimate.
Did you guys get into the tournaments or whatever you were going to be doing?
We did. We were
Yep.
playing the competitive version, which meant
Mhm.
that I just lost. So
Yeah, I did too.
I am very ashamed to admit this, but I basically haven't played Smash in so long that I kind of forgot how to play, even like a really base character like Kirby. So I had no business being in the competitive line. I should have been in the casual line, and then I could have been like, "What am I doing? Oh, up and B." Yes.
Nice.
So yeah,
So-
and that basically happened to be throughout the game. It's like I'm playing and I'm like trying to remember how to do stuff, and eventually doing it. I'm like, okay, and then at that point I had lost. So.
So, question: who did you guys both play as?
Kirby, I want you inside me.
And
was-
I was
Was it creepy at all?
that was super creepy. Good work. I was
I need that
Link.
shirt. I have that shirt somewhere. You
So
were
my
Link.
plan was to play as Link. Then he's the new Breath of the Wild Link, the one that I played as. There are 3 Links in the game, but I had my plan was to play as him, and then if I lost the first match, meaning I didn't get first or second, then I would play as like an Inkling. But I ended up getting second in the first match, and then I just got crushed the second match, and I was Link again. So
Ah, gotcha. Did you get to play as the Inkling at all?
no, you only got 2 matches in the competitive if you lost them, or if you lost the first round, which I did.
Ah. So Smash Brothers is a definite buy for you guys.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, I picked up a Switch so that I could play it because when we were initially going, it was like rumored that you would be able to play it if you had your Switch.
It turns out you
So-
didn't even need it.
Yeah, I didn't even need it, but now I own a Nintendo Switch, which is okay
Which-
because I'm gonna buy Smash Brothers on it.
And
They're
it's-
all here,
it's an
Chris.
awesome system.
They're all here.
Oh no, I saw the presentation. I know.
All of them.
Everybody. Every
Yeah.
Smash Brother or everybody who's ever been in a Smash game is in this game.
I mean, I
did
think
s-
it's.
I think
Go
the
ahead.
one thing would be if you are like on the edge for some reason about buying Smash Brothers, if you don't like Smash Brothers, this is just Smash Brothers with all the heroes. So it
Yeah.
wouldn't be for anybody who doesn't like
Smash
Brothers.
Brothers. But then again,
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
who doesn't like Smash Brothers? I think.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So
And it's a whole new Smash, so it's not like just a port.
Yeah.
And you're probably not going to get another one for a long time,
Oh yeah.
being that they're putting all the characters in it. They're going to have DLC characters, you know that.
yeah.
So if you like Smash at all and you're thinking about waiting, you might as well not, because this
Yeah.
is it.
It's gonna be it. Yeah, and then
Yeah, we're
everybody's gonna
definitely
do it
going to
too.
be doing tournaments of that. I
Yep,
think we should
that's,
get like other channels involved with that one for sure. Because
Hell yeah, beer money Smash.
Yeah.
oh, that's
snap.
that's
Didn't we-
awesome.
Beer money smash.
Yeah.
Who's gonna win who wins the beer money?
hmm
We
And
can
you
figure out
have
a catchier name, but but I like the idea.
And then you have to buy the beer for everyone.
Hmm. Well, for the winner.
Wasn't there? I think. Hold on. I think didn't our friends have a tournament or something that we could sign up for that we probably should?
Yeah, so For All Mankind is doing a Mario Tennis Aces tournament on Saturday the 30th, I think. But I can't go because I am going to be at a bachelor party.
Oh
Which
well,
It's
congratulations
both
to the
cool
Bachelor.
and kind of sucks. I mean, I want to go to the bachelor party, but I also really want to play in that tournament because I love Mario Tennis.
I've never played Mario Tennis.
What?
I've never played
Well,
Mario Tennis.
all right, not like the new ones, right? You
No,
played,
like I've never played Mario Tennis.
I
Ever?
know you've played Mario Tennis on the Game Boy, the black and white.
No,
or
I
black
never
and
played it.
green, Black and green, yes, because I had it and we just sat there passing it around.
I don't
when we
remember
were
ever playing
kids.
Mario
Wow.
Tennis.
Now, that's entirely fair. You might not remember it. It was a very long time ago on a giant brick of a portable gaming system.
Which I miss so
But-
much.
No,
You didn't play the 64 one?
No, I never played the 64 one.
God, that was so
I did
good.
too. Yeah, that was good too.
I didn't
I've-
really like the what was it, the Wii U one that much, but I think this one on the Switch, the demo's out now. It's free. You can download it, and it is fun.
I also never played the Strikers, the soccer game that everybody
Mhm.
raves about. I never played that.
Oh, yeah.
I always meant to, but I just
I
never
own
did.
it. It's sweet.
It's good.
It's a good game. Yeah.
So Tristan, you're not going to Mario Tennis Aces tournament because you've got a bachelor party, right?
Yeah, I'll be in like Hocking Hills or something like that, so I won't be able to. 'Tis a shame, but next time I will.
If doubles, do you have a preferred? Oh, I said singles. All right, I submitted it. I'm on their thing. Now I gotta
Nice.
remember. Now I have to remember when that was. Put it on the
It's
calendar.
not this Saturday, but next Saturday.
Nice.
Anyways, more E3 games. What do we got?
Yeah. Where are we on? Let's see. The next thing I played was Destiny 2 Forsaken DLC. Oh my gosh!
Oh, I played that too. What a coincidence.
You sons
Hey,
of
you did
bitches.
play that. What do you mean, sons of? The reason I played that
I know.
game
I'm
was
so
for you.
jealous. I'm so jealous. Like that's
Getting-
yeah.
Alright.
I'm so excited for that. I'm so excited for that.
Getting my loot box out.
Where'd that come from?
E3.
Well, no kidding. Did it come from the
Yeah,
your-
yeah.
your
it came
trip?
from- No, this came from the actual like conference center. They had them. I actually bought this for Abby. This is just the box. She put all of my swag stuff in here, so I'm going to use it. And I have this with the code on the back that I'm not going to show the camera because
Thank
I'm gonna
you.
Send that code to Chris right now.
Yay!
Yeah.
So what's the code for?
Oh,
Oh, if
you don't-
it's Cade's gun, I'm gonna be super excited and also very, very sad. They killed him.
no,
He's
no,
dead.
It's not Kid's gun. It's not even that cool. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's
I
fine.
can't believe this.
Even if it's not that cool.
It's an emblem. It's basically like it's basically an emblem that says you went to E3.
But
so
I didn't.
It's
It's an
it's still
emblem.
yours.
It's an emblem that that makes me a liar.
yeah, that's fine. It's still yours.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have one of those too somewhere. I
It is the-
believe.
It is the only thing they gave me for playing their game. Everyone else
Mhm.
gives you like a pin or a shirt, and Destiny, they're like, nah, bro.
Yeah, they should have given us that coin that Gambit flips in the little intro. Why not?
Yeah, right?
That'd be perfect. So easy.
Yeah, a little plastic
No.
one.
Yeah, whatever. That would have been awesome. I would have been like, I love this game now. This is cool. Thank you.
Oh, that
You're
yeah.
gonna buy it.
That would have been expensive to mass produce, though, probably.
All right, Chris, I put it in the mod channel on Discord for you.
Thank you.
But in all actuality, it was a very fun new game mode. I had a great time playing it, and I've never played Destiny 2 before, but I had a really fun time playing that Gambit game mode.
So now, correct me if I'm wrong, but the Gambit game mode works. It's like a horde mode for you and your strike team, and then after so many waves, you get to send one of your guys over to invade them.
Well,
and a
sort
little
of.
more, a little bit more too.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it, Tristan.
Well, basically, I mean, you're kind of right about the horde mode. Enemies come in, and you're trying to kill them, and you're actually the more you kill, the better. Like you're fighting towards killing one of these giant enemies that will open a portal for you. But every enemy you kill, they drop orbs, and you pick them up, and you can stick the orbs into this. Well, I don't know what it was. What do you think that thing was? Like a generator or something, Jared?
Yeah, it's you know how when you pick up something after you've killed like one of the big tanks and you're putting the orb in to try and unlock the shield and get the big gun.
Yeah.
It's like a mechanic like that. Like so
Okay.
you have to go pick them up, and then how many you have when you go back to your base and you put them in the base, that's when you're getting more points on your score towards it.
And it drops. Those are what send monsters to the other side too.
Okay. So the
So-
orbs will kind of fuck the other team by sending monsters their way.
Yeah, so basically, the faster you kill the waves of bad guys, the better you do at it, or whatever. I don't know if you get more for headshots and stuff like that. and I think you do in Destiny.
Mhm.
So the faster and the
Yeah.
better that you kill the bad guys, you get more orbs. The more orbs that you bring back to your bank and put in before the other team, because you got to do it before them.
Mhm.
Then you send waves of them, waves of bad guys at them. You send a bigger boss at them at a certain stage, a number of them, and then you also can open up a teleporter that your one member from your team can jump through, and they get like super powered. So it's like different from your super, but you're all jacked up and glowing and just you're going crazy and killing kill the enemy team. That's the only part of it that is
Like
like
PvP.
more like true PvP, because other parts are because you're competing against them, so it's
Okay.
not like that, but it's still also got the PvE elements of all the other
So
stuff.
that's gonna be
a little
my
a little
favorite
bit of
game
the
mode
MOBA.
then.
I think they
Mhm.
designed it just for groups like you and me, Chris, where I want to do the one thing of like, I want to do the competitive stuff and shoot people, and I don't care if I lose because I want to try to get better than them.
Right.
And then where you
And
like
then
the
I'm like,
PvEs and do the adventure stuff,
yeah,
and it's just like they've created a game modes that we can play together still, and we
perfect.
don't have to choose between
The
one or
two.
the other.
Well, that's exciting.
You just
Mhm.
went on.
I'm
You just went
also
online. That
what?
was weird. You
I
just showed me. You
What
just jumped
happened?
into BattleNet.
me?
What it said. It's like, pretty cool.
Let me look.
Your daughter playing?
Yeah, I am definitely not. I don't even have the program open on my computer.
But yeah, that was Destiny. Fun. There were bow and arrows. Bow and arrows were fun.
Did you get to
I
play anything besides the
Just a gambit.
Gambit?
Gambit?
Okay.
No, it's like 18 minutes. You had to sign up. You have to sign up through PlayStation's app. So you just have to be like, okay, like wait for 9 a.m. or noon or 2 p.m. 2 p.m. to roll around, and at those times they like open up the slots on the app where you go, okay, and you're tapping in order to try to get your spot at a certain time, and then they give you 18 minutes to play it.
Oh, okay.
That's how Sony does most of their stuff at E3.
That's how Sony does.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and unfortunately, it's also the reason why we didn't get to play Spider-Man. It's because Spider-Man was not on the list of things that you could play and get a reserved seat for. Spider-Man was just straight up a line. People waited 4+ hours in it. And then I don't know how long they even got to play it. Maybe like 18 minutes or something. No idea.
Yeah, I don't know. We didn't try for Spider-Man because it was busy.
Yeah. It was like you walk by and you're like, nope, that's going to take me all day long.
From what I hear,
Mm-hmm.
the Spider-Man demo was kind of killer. So they showed more of the people got to web swing and stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Isn't that game like already sold out?
Yes.
Did I hear that
think,
right?
Yeah, you were telling me about that. What, yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that somebody was comparing. They just said it's so good it makes you feel like you're Spider-Man, and everything you do in the game just feels amazing. And like they compared it to throwing the axe in God of War, which
Okay.
is just super satisfying. You can just throw that axe all day, and even if you get just murdered brutally like I do over and over, it's still really fun. So they're saying swinging on the web is just like that, and they really nailed how it would feel and the physics behind it. So
Yeah.
Well, that's really
looks
cool.
good.
And I mean, it
I
honestly
have to
though,
correct
I think
myself real fast.
it's kind of hard to mess that up. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like,
I have
Alright.
to correct myself real fast.
Okay.
The Spider-Man Collector's Edition is sold out, and it
Oh,
sold
okay.
out almost instantly.
Oh, I'm
They
sure.
launched. Yeah, I don't know about the other
Mm.
part of the game just right now, but I see that the collector's one just like sold out almost instantly.
There's been
Oh,
Yeah.
so
all right,
much hype
yes,
for that game.
Spider-Man is sold out on Amazon.
Huh. Wow.
Sold
That's
out.
pretty awesome. I would not pre-order it from Amazon because sometimes they don't ship you the games the day they come out. Just saying.
Didn't you get it like the
Yeah.
next day or something?
Yeah, but they told me I wasn't going to get it until the following Friday.
Yeah, but you ended up getting it the next day. But even then, that's not the day you paid to have it on,
It took me like 2 weeks to get
Yeah. I pre-ordered it a year ahead of time, and I got it. They told me I wasn't going to get it until a week after it was out, so I went out and bought a copy, and it was Dragon Ball Fighter Z, and I was super excited. Now I'm not pre-ordering any other games through Amazon, and I won't suggest that you do.
Yeah, never do it. It's the worst.
You hear the rage come out.
Yeah, which is rare. You're a pretty mellow guy most of the time.
If I was running for a politician, one of my campaign things would be, if you are going to take pre-orders for games, you got to give them that game on the day it comes out.
Oh, that's great.
Winning votes left and right. Next
Yeah.
E3 game, what do we got?
I had to cheer that.
Yeah. Money, 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 rocking
did you.
everywhere.
I did.
You activated a football giveaway for 3 others in chat. Oh, football giveaway! What does that mean?
Wait, what?
Cheer any amount to get football emotes.
Oh,
No.
what's up? I'm getting some football emotes. Everybody cheer right now.
I'm cheering.
Any amount. Get your football emotes.
I cheered with a football.
Did
I
I make?
refuse.
I earned a
refuse.
permanent emote. Cup footy. Oh, they meant soccer? Oh, they meant soccer.
Yep.
Oh, all right. Well, then I'll do it.
Oh,
I'm cool with soccer.
what is wrong with you? I mean, I like soccer. By the way, on another note, to sidetrack us from E3 for 1 second, if France wins in the World Cup tomorrow, then I win a nice amount of money because of gambling.
Is that legal?
Monster.
Yes, it is now. Sports gambling is now legal.
Woohoo! You can talk about it all the time. Wherever
I
you're
talk about illegal stuff too. It's fun. Ha, we both did red card. All
at. Way to go.
right, back to E3. What do we got?
Oh, all right. The next thing that I played, because I'm immediately looking at the list, was Street Fighter V Arcade Edition,
Ooh, yeah.
which is, yes, the game existent, but not the arcade edition. And I thoroughly enjoyed the arcade edition. I also thoroughly enjoyed kicking Trey's butt the first time because he wasn't paying any attention. He was busy trying out the character, and he lost me miserably. At which point, he immediately challenged me back. I think you guys didn't even take your turn in line, right? You're just like, no, we wait for this.
Yeah, no, I was like, yeah, rematch is cool. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, and then after post rematch, then it was like, all right, well, I guess I lost this. So yeah, Street Fighter V.
So you got stomped the second time though.
Yeah.
I like the elitist has to try different heads to see which one's eye will unlock the door.
And
That's
I
pretty
can't
cool.
find it. I'm only kind of half-heartedly playing though, so.
That looks like a cool game. Hey, if you just joined our stream, go ahead and write in what games you were excited about from E3 in the chat, and we'll talk about them. We went to E3, and we're just talking about it now. You can check and see what games we've already talked about. If you have any questions, put them in there.
All right,
I have
so
a fancy list that I'm looking at and getting through. I also am listing what we've talked about, and we totally can easily comment on any of those.
Street Fighter, new characters, you said?
Yeah, there's a bunch, like too many for me to like try to remember what they were. One dude though was definitely in nothing but a jockstrap, and that was kind of odd. I was just like jockstrap. I was like, you know what? If this is a bikini chick, I'd be like, oh look, they did a bikini chick. But jockstrap guy, I was like, okay, like that got me.
That's good. That's progressive.
Yeah. So it's Street Fighter. Don't let them tell you that they're all, objectifying women. They objectify men as well.
Excellent.
That's perfect. I think that's the way it should be.
Just everybody's just
Objectify.
Objectify everyone. That's my ideal world.
yeah. It's pretty all right. The
Mhm.
game was fun. The game was fun. I enjoyed it. I only played female characters, and I don't think I played anyone who's a new character, but new to Street Fighter V. I don't think any of the ones I picked were in the current roster.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
that was nice. Trying to remember. Let me see if I can find the roster and I can remember their
So beyond
names.
the new characters.
You played Sakura, I think, didn't you?
Yep. Played Sakura.
Uh-huh.
I don't care for her.
And he played the new character was Connor?
Connor. Yep.
Yeah, I think it was Connor. So that's pretty cool. Connor has a pipe and a knife you can pull out, and looked like a fun character to play. I liked him. He was in Alpha 3. I don't know if he was in the original Alpha or not. I can't remember.
Oh, are they
been a
bringing
long
back?
time.
They're bringing back alpha characters.
Yeah.
Yeah. and costumes. I did not notice any costumes when we played at E3, but apparently they're doing Mega Man and Devil May Cry costumes for characters.
They're gonna
Really?
be overpriced DLC, right?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm sure they're like $4 a piece.
That's
Oh,
like
they were-
hashtag Street Fighter territory.
They were like $10 for the last game. It was ridiculous.
$3.99 for a new
Yeah!
costume.
I found the
Costume.
right head.
One costume.
One costume. It's
crazy.
How much?
Two
$4?
coffees, 2 coffees, or one costume in Street Fighter 5. When you put it that way, it's not so bad.
Two
Two bus
coffees?
rides. You want me to take a bus to and from work or buy a costume in Street Fighter? That's my decision I have to make.
Yeah, I mean, I would just never do that thing. So
Yeah, come on, give me 3 for $5. That's
Yeah,
fine.
that's acceptable. But
Give me a pack.
a pack of 3 costumes for 5.
Oh. Yeah, don't make me feel like a jackass buying one costume for $4. Well, I got a swimsuit for Chun-Li. It's pretty good, but I
Ooh.
can't go out tonight, guys. I can't afford a tip at the bar, so
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stay here and look at Chun-Li in that swimsuit I bought her.
I do think you should also be able to earn them in a reasonable amount of time, like
Yeah.
or a difficult challenge. Like
Even if you can only earn so many of them, like do loot boxes. I don't care. Let us earn loot boxes up to a point. Otherwise, you got to buy them, right? You earn 5 costumes, you buy the rest.
that
Yeah,
sounds
you
pretty
know what?
reasonable, actually.
I do actually think a loot box for cosmetics in Street Fighter would be pretty reasonable. They
As
couldn't
long
do
as
the,
it's
you couldn't do the characters.
no.
They should just be earnable. I hate paid characters, but I also understand that people gotta fund their games. So
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Well,
Yeah. Hey, I'm not
that's-
saying it didn't take a lot of work to make that costume. Just
Yeah.
saying, keep it reasonable.
yeah,
Keep it fun.
be a normal friendly folk. But yeah, so we did. Did you play that after me?
Street Fighter? I did not play it.
You did not play. That's so weird. can't
I
believe you
know.
didn't- you
I kind of
skipped
wanted
right
to,
in
but we were like ready to leave at that point. So that was like the end of the first day, I think. So
yeah.
we just rolled out. Hey, Marquise just chimed in. It looks like he's online now.
Oh, sweet.
Shall we invite him?
He just got back. Can we squeeze him in here?
You
Yeah.
fit in on the call. Do we do it? We probably can't fit a screen on, but you could join in
Burp,
audio,
burp.
right?
That's
Yeah.
true.
All right.
Um,
Would this be a good time for a special announcement
oh man, breaking news.
that we teased all day?
Beep-a-dee-beep-beep-a-dee-beep-beep.
I think since
Well,
it was
did you invite him to the call?
Yeah, call him.
Well, someone else got to invite him to the call.
Oh, yeah.
Ends the DM. Boop, 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 ba-doop, boop, ba-doop, boop, boop. There he is, Big Bear.
So sorry, people watching. We are now adding our friend Marquise to the call.
I'm gonna have to adjust the.
Oh, I did that. Marquise, kill your camera
Oh.
and oh no, he put his camera on. He's in.
All right. Well, now I don't know what to do.
It's
Yeah,
so
now your
real.
screen- now your
Just-
screen's like super messed up.
Put it up to the right of the 2-bit punks or
No,
something.
just
I don't know.
Just,
Figure
just
it
go
out.
go to the one screen full screen.
Perfect.
Well,
Yeah,
now
there
it's
we
the
go.
wrong thing.
Just
Of course.
kill that bottom banner.
Now it's the wrong thing because that's your screen that you're playing on.
All right.
You can
Just
do
wipe
this.
out the bottom banner.
I can do this. I can do this.
I almost believe in you.
There we go. We're all here.
There we go.
Whoa, all right. Yeah, nice.
Can you hear me now?
Nice.
Yeah, what's up, dude?
Yeah.
Hey,
So we were just saying we have a new special announcement for right now.
Yeah, and what better time to make said special announcement than this very moment? Who's gonna do it?
I think the Great Bear Spirit's going to do it.
Oh, yeah.
should I announce that I have now joined 2-Bit Punks?
Whoa!
Yay!
So yeah, be a regular part of the team now. I'm pretty excited about it.
Oh, me
New
too.
punk.
Yeah, heck yeah.
I can't find it. I want to make the tuba punks go away, but it won't go away.
I mean, I think it's fine. It's not covering them up.
It's not. Yeah.
I mean, I've got your little
Wow.
chibi dude right in front of me. I'm going to try to eat him.
Oh,
I just I had to cheer that one because I'm Super
Aw.
stoked.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I'm also
It's gonna be
super
great.
stoked to be a part of this.
It's gonna be good.
Oh man.
But yeah.
What have you guys been talking about when I was at the store?
Talking
Oh.
about
Well-
E3. 'Cause
If you
they-
peruse the chat, Jared's been listing the games that we've mentioned thus far, and it's up to date. He's on that.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
But if you're not in Twitch, then so far it is Space Junkies, Megalith, Creed, VR, Brawlhalla, Smash Bros. Ultimate, Destiny 2 Forsaken, Street Fighter 5 Arcade Edition.
We are halfway
Yeah,
through my list of games that I've played.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I wish I was at E3.
Oh,
Yeah, that's fun.
Absolutely. I'm jealous. This is the second year I haven't gotten to go with them. So hopefully next
You-
year.
You made the decision for a 3D printer instead of E3. I can't help you with that.
Oh, I know, but it was worth it. I love my 3D printer.
E3D printer.
What are you going to use it for?
Oh, I use it for all kinds of things. Although I've
I
got to
mean,
get a new I have to
For
get a new
work?
head for it. Yeah, for work.
For work, right?
Yep, for work, and I
Alright.
make these ghosts.
He makes celebrity penis replicas to give out to his family for Christmas gifts.
Good.
Yeah,
I would probably use it for cosplay.
I don't have the patience to watch it print for hours and make sure the print's going all right.
Yeah, we have one at work, and I tried to print like a 3D statue of May from Overwatch, and
Oh, nice.
it kept getting like 85% done, and then
And
it
then
would
it would
like
just mess up
totally
something.
screw up. Yeah, and it would take like 5 hours to get to that point and then mess up. So after like 3 attempts, I was like, never mind,
Done.
I'm done.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh hey,
Kind of sneaking up in the corner there.
that's awesome.
It's so big.
I told you it was big.
So,
Woo!
since
Nice.
Marquise, since you just got on the stream there, did you see any E3 news that particularly tickled your fancy?
Yeah.
So I did watch. I watched. Okay, I'll just tell you how I felt about certain things. I was upset that there was no Bloodborne 2. That it's some other game, Shadows Die Twice. It looks
Mhm.
cool still, but like everyone was speculating that it was going to be Bloodborne 2, so I was stoked about that. Death Stranding looks cool, but I also don't know anything more than it's like hiking the game.
Yeah, I
Dude,
kinda,
that's-
I have to say
I'm
I disagree with Death Stranding. I have less than no interest in it. I'm sorry. I know it's an unpopular opinion, but
And Norman Reedus with his Norman fetus doesn't intrigue you?
not at all.
Hey man, you should
Um,
put Chris, real quick, you should put that back because I liked the angles on it. It's nice.
I think
Oh, I should put this back.
we found out
behind
where all the
everything?
lost luggage goes.
Yeah,
When
I'm
airlines
I'm
lose
gonna
your
be
luggage,
playing it.
Oh yeah.
I know.
That's-
It was great.
Norman Reedus carries it across the Amazon. It's added.
I'm stoked for Smash. Obviously, I'm excited that they're bringing back everyone, especially Duck Hunt Dog because he was my main in the last Smash, and I got
really.
yeah, I got
Wow,
really
he's your
good
main.
with him. I got really good with him, and then I was worried that he was just gonna be like a one-off for that one game. And I was sad that Waluigi's not in it.
Wow.
Feel like-
Oh my
Waluigi.
gosh! Didn't weren't people harassing the game creator so much that he started about Waluigi not being in it that they started like they harassed him so much that he started blocking people.
That's
Like,
fantastic.
people that
Probably.
were not- Yeah,
Dude,
people
it's
are
so
very upset.
it's so shitty of people though to be like,
Yeah.
I hate you and want to murder your mother. Like, just like what? Like, what is wrong with you? Like,
It is
yeah, okay.
ridiculous.
Like, be sad, but being angry about not getting what you want. Like, could people be any more entitled? Like,
People,
Especially Waluigi, man. Come on, he's like such an offshoot character.
Well, I mean, what is it? Like he was originally created so that Wario would have a tennis partner in Mario Tennis or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Supposedly, so
Yep.
people fell in love with him, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I play as him in Mario Tennis quite a bit, but I don't care if he's in Smash. You know, I mean, Wario. Did you know Wario was only created because another company was tasked with making, I think it was Mario Land 2 on the Game
Yeah,
On the
Boy,
Game Boy.
and
I think-
they
was
got
that-
agitated.
Was that a Capcom game?
Was it what Famicom?
No,
I think it was the Game Boy version,
no,
and they
it
were.
was Game Boy, but I think Capcom may have made it.
Hmm,
Because Capcom had a deal with them for a while. They were making Zelda games, like Oracle of Season and Oracle of Ages are both Capcom
I
games.
don't think it was Capcom. Let me look it up.
I think
But-
you are right about Oracle, the Oracle games, though.
Because that's when the art style actually got a little. I like the art style. Capcom.
really
if
like
one
the art
thing. They have
style.
very very talented artists.
Yeah.
A lot of their games are the same game over and over again, but they have very talented artists.
Well, they created Wario because they didn't like having to create somebody else's all their characters in their game, so they made Wario as like the anti-hero because of that.
I see. That makes sense.
Because Warui means bad, and Mario's name, so they took Warui, which is a Japanese word, and then they combined it with Mario.
Huh.
Bad Mario.
Well, dang. Look
anyways-
at,
Very
look at you,
accurate.
like, busting out all the knowledge on that. I would not have known any of that.
He
Boom.
opened
I
up
read it at some
Wikipedia
point.
or
I don't know
something.
why.
See, I just went straight to Wikipedia, and I'll read the first sentence. Wario is a character in Nintendo's Mario series who was originally designed as an arch rival of Mario. He first appeared in the 1992 Game Boy title Super Mario Land 2: 6 Golden Coins.
Which I
been-
played the hell out of.
He was the main antagonist and final boss.
Yeah, so I was
And then-
100% right.
Yeah, and then you nailed it on his name too, and he was like everything. So nice
Nice.
job, fountain of
trying to
knowledge
earn.
over here. Fountain of knowledge.
Some things, just things that don't make me smart. All right.
Just retain random knowledge.
And
All
from that side path, we'll go back to E3. Pow. What else we
Boom,
got?
E3
Well,
talks.
Actually, I have to bounce out for a little bit.
Right on.
I don't- how late were you guys doing this?
No,
No
idea.
idea.
As long as it goes.
We may
Well,
start
yeah,
playing
like-
a game too. Who knows?
Yeah, we're like halfway through the games that I played, and then we'll throw Tristan's in and stuff. So
Okay. Well,
Mhm.
I'll jump back on here in a little bit, see if you guys are still doing this. If not, I'd be down to like stream some stuff with you guys.
Okay, perfect.
Cool beans.
Cool.
take it
Alright,
easy,
see ya.
See you later,
Take it
Big
easy.
Bear.
new guy.
New punk. All right, anyways, back to the E3 list. Back to your regular scheduled content.
Boop boop boop. Phone touch beep beep. All right. Because it's on my phone, because that's the thing I had with me the whole time. The next game that we played actually, Soul Calibur 6. And
Yep.
I actually thought it was really fucking good. Like,
Soul Calibur 6 was awesome.
I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Now I can add him in here. I can make him not invisible anymore. There's Big Bear.
um,
Punk.
so, what made Soul Calibur 6 good in your opinion, Jared?
So I'm not usually into the 3D fighters, right? Like I like the 2D ones a lot more. Like on that playing field, it's just something I don't know. It's probably from playing games since Street Fighter on the Super Nintendo that I just have that obsession with. But this one did a good job. It wasn't like some where I feel like Tekken is just like constantly moving around in the circles. I felt like this one still had enough like linear movement and enough for me to just get out of the way. I like the weapons. I like the fact that they have weapons in the 3D fighter because the way that they're swinging like a big chain weapon or something or a giant sword and you like having to dodge in the appropriate way. Like weapons in the 3D environment seem to work better for me. So the graphics were incredible. I mean, like they're like really
Mhm.
nice.
Yep.
So I was just pretty into it, you know. It's better than Tekken for me for sure. Like I'd much rather play Soul Calibur 6 than Tekken.
I agree. I hate Soul Calibur. Or no, I love Soul Calibur. I hate Tekken. Who
Wait,
is,
what?
who is the new character?
So there are two that were in the demo we played. Geralt from The Witcher,
Okay.
Mhm.
and the other one's name is Grir, like Gri, I think it is, or Grir.
Gra.
It's GRO with a slash through it, which is a minuscule O or whatever, and an H. So that O is pronounced like the I in Sir, which makes it really hard for me to say that name
Yeah.
because it's like Gri
Great.
or something like that. But you know, they're cool new characters. I like Geralt a little bit better than Gri or whatever it is, and
Bro.
well, it's
Like-
not pronounced like an O
Oh no.
unless you're in
Oh,
America.
no.
Gr-
And,
Grats. It's pronounced like the I in Sir.
so Gra.
It's weird, but
Gra.
But yeah, I mean, so they were pretty cool. The Witcher was fun. I think exploring his moveset would be a good time. And the Grua guy, he has a sword that's like he has two swords that can combine into one, like Darth Maul type thing that's short.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty cool. But they also introduced some new gameplay mechanics that Jared was first to utilize, and I
Oh,
didn't realize
yeah.
were new.
Like
That
what?
was it. Thank you for reminding me about that. That was the
Mhm.
part that I liked, and it was crap. You're gonna kill me on this because I cannot remember. It's not reaction. It was the.
You got it.
Well, that was it.
Nope. I'm saying you got it. It's on the tip of your tongue. You know it.
Reverse.
Oh, it's close.
Oh,
It is that,
reversal.
but reversal.
Reversal. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, so Tristan was playing it like he was trying the new characters and stuff, and I'm like got my head buried down in the corner, like reading the card, and I'm like reversal. Got it. I like that, and I took advantage of that a bunch of times in the first match. That's probably why I won the first one.
So
Mhm.
basically,
Just
every
like
time he does
reversal.
something, you can just reverse it.
Well,
Well-
so you have the character's critical edges, and then this is a reversal edge. So
Yeah. So what it does is, let's say Tristan's coming at me with an attack, and maybe I was gonna try and block it a certain direction, you
Uh-huh.
know, but instead I hit reversal, and then instead of him going in the attack is we both approach, and it starts going slow mo, and then you basically during that time period you choose which button you're going to attack with, like what direction you would do. So it's kind of like suddenly rock paper scissors in the middle of your fight.
Okay.
And you're just like, and you win. Like you got it. You picked the right one.
That's
so
that's cool.
That's pretty nice. And it's not like it's limited to something as short a list as rock paper scissors. It's all your attack, all your buttons, everything is on there. So you could
Mhm.
block. You could block during the reversal if you wanted.
Okay.
Um,
And then is there like a benefit to doing anything specifically, or it is just like the computer chooses one?
The computer doesn't
specific-
choose.
It
You
doesn't.
Yeah,
guys
y-
choose. You choose.
yeah.
You and the
So-
other player are choosing like rock paper scissors. You know.
Okay.
yeah, basically it's just somebody lands a hit and somebody doesn't. I suppose you probably could both miss too. I don't know that we saw
Yep.
that. We might have.
Yeah, we could. You can collide, and you can both miss. Because I think you can dodge basically, so the person might
Mhm.
miss because you dodged. But yeah, and the difference would be if you blocked, there's knockback. So if you block the weapon attack, then you have that opening, right?
Uh-huh.
So it's an extra mechanic instead of like replacing another mechanic. And
Okay.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was
And we
nice.
sat through like Bandai Namco little show thing, and they explained it more. And basically, they introduced the mechanics so that, to help newer players play against more experienced players is like sort of more of a handicap maneuver.
Right.
Yeah.
So it kind of balances it out because where I might know exactly what strikes are going to hit where and what to hit at what time. This kind of allows for more of a chance element to come into it. So I
Yeah.
mean, it's interesting. I'm looking forward to exploring that for sure when the game comes out.
It kind of
That
has.
sounds pretty cool.
I thought Tristan would have liked it a lot right away because it seems like gambling right in the middle of your game.
No, actually, my
Really?
instinct is to not like that because I am good at Soul Calibur, so I don't need this extra thing. I mean, I like the slow mo because basically it takes you into slow mo, kind of like in Tekken when you get down and it could be the last hit, takes you into like a weird slow motion. So it does that. So at first, when it was happening and Jared was doing it, I didn't know what was going on. So it threw
So
me
you were
off.
just confused all of a sudden.
Yeah, we kept going into slow mo, and I was like, "This is awesome! It's so cinematic," but I had no idea what was going on.
That's
And I'm just
perfect.
sitting there doing it.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes I would come out of it hitting him, and sometimes he would hit me, and so I thought like I didn't know if he was throwing it or if I was, because it just went. But I don't know. It's one of those
Ooh.
things where I feel like it could break the game, but it could also make it great. I just hope that you can toggle it on and off, kind of. I'm not sure.
We had Robo Tristan back there for a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I was making weird robot voice.
Yeah. What is it causing it?
I don't
It's
know.
Probably an internet connection.
Yeah, it might be my internet here.
Woo!
All right. Where do I see in the chat? I'm so bad at this chat thing. Just don't see where I see the people in it.
Oh, next to the gear.
Woohoo! Nice.
So Soul Calibur gets a thumbs up from both
Yeah,
of you.
Soul Calibur gets a thumbs up for me. That's a fighting game I would pick up. Like, it's tough to say.
Oh,
Like,
shit. Sorry.
you know what we should do? I'm gonna keep this list going, and we're gonna have to talk about what one of these games we are going to get.
Okay.
And then there's gonna be games that we haven't played that
Mhm.
we would have to think about too. But nothing that we. Yeah, some as well. All right. So next on our list after the glorious Soul Calibur, and sorry Morgan, I'm busy, can't talk. Is Mega Man 11. That was the next game we
Ooh!
played.
Yeah.
So
I was so confused. I did so bad because I'm so not used to using two Mega Man powers simultaneously that whenever it came to a time during the level where I was very clearly supposed to use two powers at the same time, I would just die and then be like, "Oh, yeah, right there. That's the spot where that was supposed to happen."
Mhm. Yeah, I'm always so scared to use like special abilities and things that I can waste that
Mhm.
I just didn't use it. But it seems like you could use it over and over again. So I did not use that enough, and that was my downfall in the demo.
Yeah,
That's
they
adorable.
definitely gave you more gears, which is what, like, instead of energy meter, it's like gears, just like some of the other Mega Man games.
Okay.
Mhm.
But they gave you more of that the better you did. So if you're aggressive and you use the powers to kill the guys faster, you're gonna get
You
more
get
gears,
more
and
gears.
it's gonna refill your meter that much quicker. So you're really supposed to. I liked the
Mhm.
slowing down mechanic like quite a bit. I was
Yeah.
very happy with that.
So like, what was that? The Robot Master who would slow things down, like the Quick Man.
No, it was just like
Not
when we played, we
freezing.
started out with 2 gears.
Okay.
Yeah. And
So
one of them's a speed one. Everything
Mhm.
just goes in slow mo.
Right.
What was the other one?
power.
Like power shots or like
Yeah, I think it
wasn't like a
boosted-
fireball.
I think it boosted up your shots, your firepower.
your Mega Buster.
Yeah. So, but I thought it was a great game.
So did they give you a chance to like choose the Robot Master you fought against, or was it just a?
It was
One level.
20 minutes.
Okay.
Right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 20 minutes, and you get the one boss. I did not reach the boss, and it made me very sad because
Yeah.
I really should have reached the boss.
Yeah, you said in your review that it was completely your fault you didn't make it.
Yeah, because then like I would get to those points where I'm like, that's where I'm supposed to use the superpower.
And then you
And
just
I'd
didn't
walk
use
back
the
up there,
superpower.
I'd get to it, and I'd be like, oh, whoops, I forgot again. Because I have it burned into my mind that the only thing I have is an unchargeable blaster.
That's not true at all.
It's Mega Man 2. It's Mega Man 2.
Okay, I get you. All right.
That's
Mega Man
just
2.
like it's just always stuck in my head. So I'm always trying to do as much as I can with as little as I have, rather than
Exploring all of
to-
your options, trying new things.
yeah, exactly. That's how I play Destiny too. You know, I'm always just like,
Mhm.
here's my pistol. I'm gonna win this game with one pistol. And I do pretty well, but
You do
occasionally
pretty well.
you got to bring out the other things.
Yeah.
characters are the enemies are designed that way.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
You're
I had
still.
a lot
I'd
of
rather.
fun.
I'd
I
rather
would.
have you by my side in Destiny than most other people, though.
Aw,
You have
thanks.
good aim.
I also like my aim on PC.
Yeah. All right. So
That was great. I think Mega Man would be a game I would pick up, and I'd love it on the Switch.
I don't think
Oh,
it,
yeah.
it probably won't be full price when it comes out. It'll probably
Mm.
be.
Yeah, it's not going to be a $60 game. That's for
I don't know. I don't know.
sure. Wait, let's look.
It
Is
could be.
I really want to get. They have the Mega Man collection and the Mega Man X collection that just came
Uh-huh.
out. They actually have them on Switch now, where it's they're 2 discs each. The first one, the Mega Man is Mega Man 1 through I think 7,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and then the second disc is 8 through 11 or 8 through 10. And then
Yeah, those collections are dope.
yeah, so I think I want to get those before I get into Mega Man 11.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I've played the other ones. I've seen the collections in the store too, so you could pick them up, but I'd rather go straight to the new
Straight to
thing.
11.
Yep.
These ones go
Yeah,
to 11.
okay. Mega Man 11 for the Nintendo Switch, $30.
$30. Oh, that's
That's it.
in my Switch
Yeah,
already.
I got it.
Yep.
I'm buying it.
Yep.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Pre-order it right now.
I wonder if you get any
All right, next game.
pre-order bonus.
Okay. All right, next game. What's next down the list here? Next, I played another VR game known as Vacation Simulator.
Oh,
Nice.
Also, Trey, incorrect. Not made by Squanch Games. Made by Gung Ho. No, wait. That's sorry. Alchemy. Owlchemy. OWL. Now they're not related to Squanch Games, right?
no, I don't think so. I think he was confused with another game that was produced by Squanch Games.
Yeah, Squanch actually they had a well, I don't know what it was called, but they had they released something. They had something on the I think it was Devolver.
Yeah, what was it called? Let's see.
They announced
Squanch
something
Games.
because they had Bathtub Guy.
Trover
announce it.
Saves the Universe. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, Trover Saves the Universe. It's got like the guy who voices Morty is one of the characters in it.
Yeah, he basically like he said he wrote it and directed it and everything.
Nice.
Um,
Yeah, that'll be fun.
So,
It's
So, let's
it's
see, I think-
basically yeah, it's Morty. I was unimpressed because he's kind of like a one joke guy. He makes funny voices.
Yeah.
Dan
I'm
Harmon.
cool with it.
Dan
needs-
Harmon
he
has
just-
nothing to do with the game, so it's not clever. It's just noise.
It might
See,
be clever.
It didn't
I
seem
think-
clever.
I'm gonna take
You
that
don't know.
same. I'm gonna take that same criticism, and I agree with it completely because I think Dan Harmon is amazing, and I think
Oh,
the
yeah.
other guy's funny too. But
He's
he's not
funny,
Dan
but he's-
Harmon amazing.
I think
I'm
he's
not
I think
questioning his
he's-
genius.
I think he's a one-trick pony.
Yeah.
You heard it here. He's a one-trick pony.
It could be. Could be.
He can voice Morty. That's what he can do. That's his one trick.
Well, we'll see. Gotta play the game, huh?
Yep. Got to
Yeah.
play the game.
Anyways, the game I played called Vacation Simulator.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun. I liked Job Simulator. If you have played that in VR, it is very similar. They did add teleporting into this. So whereas Job Simulator had you in like either a cubicle or a like kitchen or like jobs where you were stuck in a small room, which worked really well with the room scale idea. It was like you were never going to go away from the space you were in anyways.
Mhm.
He should just make more Harmon Quest. I want him to make more Harmon Quest. Is he not making more Harmon Quest?
I think he probably is.
Okay.
I like how we went right back to that.
I'm sorry, I just saw Big Bear with the Harmon Quest comment. And I was like, that show better still be on. But they added teleporting, so their areas are still kind of like small. Like they put it. I was on a beach, and I did not get to solve the puzzle in time. So I was kind of sad about that because I wanted like all the punchlines. I wanted to hear as many of the gags and the jokes. But as a game to watch someone play, I think Tristan could give you the opinion on that one.
Yeah, I actually felt bad for Jared because it looked so boring. I was like, oh, he signed up for this. You only get one VR sign up a day, and he has to play this game. I was like, man, I would never in a million years want to buy this game. That's how I felt.
And then I come out of like,
Oh.
and I'm like, that was fun.
And I was like, we're gotta go home now.
Yeah.
We have to get you home. You
Not
got
okay.
You got the E36.
Like,
Yeah,
what did
but-
you eat?
so like Job Simulator and Vacation Simulator, they're all about like the gags that you're
Yeah.
hearing the robots talking to you about what you're doing and comparing it to like human life, and so it's a bunch of jokes on humanity and
I mean,
I hate people, so
I've heard very, very good things about Job Simulator. I just I've never played it.
it's got to be inexpensive on Steam. I'm gonna check it out right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, we can. The last VR game I played was Tetris Effect,
Ooh. Wait,
and I was pumped about this game.
Was
I
it a
tried
Tetris
multiple
game
times.
or was it?
It indeed was a Tetris game made by the dude who made Lumines for the Vita, PlayStation, or the PSP.
I
Lumines. Another puzzle game. So
yeah, I was gonna say I've heard of it. That's another one I never played.
it has. So this is basically Tetris with some of the light visuals of Lumines, and I was actually a bit disappointed. Not that it was bad, but it was pretty much just Tetris. Like I was sitting there, I had a controller, I'm in VR, and there's a Tetris thing in front of me.
Right.
The backgrounds changed, so those were kind of cool, but nothing super immersive. And then if you broke a line, like in any Tetris game, it would, instead of just like flashing and going away, it burst into like a bunch of stars and they like shot all over the place, which you'd be like, oh, kind of cool, I get it, VR. But the problem is in Tetris, I'm trying to immediately drop my blocks as fast as possible, and when it does that, I can't see anything. So really, it was just like a version of Tetris that I had to play a little bit slower. So I don't know. I wasn't that impressed. If it were $10 and I had a PlayStation VR, I would probably throw down. But it's going to be on regular PlayStation as well as a not VR game, and I'd probably just opt for it there if I was going to get it.
Yeah. Wait, so it's called Tetris Effect?
Yeah, the Tetris Effect, which is the name of the Tetris book that came out like a year ago.
Tetris
Really?
book.
The book about the origin of the game Tetris. It was the first game that was exported out of Soviet Russia.
All right, so real quick, we got to take a real quick break. I've got to check on something going on in the other room. I hear the dog barking. I'm
Okay.
going to
Okay,
stop
well-
the stream for like 1 second
What?
so that
No,
we can
no,
actually.
Just keep it going.
No, yeah, stop. What are you doing?
It doesn't let me export. Okay,
What?
never mind.
Just keep it going. We're
Okay.
sitting here.
Yeah,
Alright,
we're
you
here.
guys
We don't
keep
have to
talking.
stop.
You don't have to.
Yeah,
You-
exactly.
no, just because you're doing something doesn't mean we have to stop doing something.
Well, my thing is, we'll talk about
What
it
you
later
think?
off stream.
okay. All right. So Job Simulator is still on Steam. Although I'm surprised at the price because it is still $28.
Huh.
So I
That's-
expected that to go down over this period of time because there's not like endless amount of content in there. Unless they
Yeah.
started adding more. Oh,
Huh.
oh look, they did. They added a infinite overtime mode.
Oh, you know what, Jared? You're looking into that. Encouraged me to look into something,
Yeah.
and it is Brawlhalla. And you know how much it costs on Steam?
How much?
Free 99.
What? Really?
It is free to play.
Okay.
So my guess would be that a bunch of those skins and stuff are probably in-app purchases. I don't know
Yeah.
that for sure, but dude, free to play, man. I am going to download that. Oh yeah, so you can get, so the legends can cost you money. You can
Uh-huh.
buy all the legends for $20, but the game is free. That's legit. You heard it here first, folks. Two-bit Tristan endorses Brawlhalla. Play it now.
Oh man. Let's see. When does it come to the PS4? Because that's what we played it on.
I
it
would assume
already
it's
out?
already there. I would assume, but
It's
I
so
don't know.
old. It's so old.
Yeah, it's old.
2014
That it got to PS4 or that it came out?
that it came out originally.
Okay, maybe it just got ported to PS4. and that was a big deal.
It's still free to play on the PS4.
Hmm.
All right.
Do I hear a change of heart?
You know what? Yeah. Yeah, that did it. Like, because I was not so interested, but I'll go play that. I'll go download that on my PS4.
Heck yeah.
Have one extra game play on somebody, whatever. Heck yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Wow. I'm kind of blown away actually. Like I did not expect that. I expected them to be charging me $30.
Yeah, I was thinking like, in my ideal world, it would have been 15, but that would be for all the content. So technically, I guess if I was to buy all the content, it would be $5 more expensive. But free is nice. I can't argue with free.
$3.99. Pretty great. Well, color me stupid. I guess I don't even know what to say.
No, that's cool. I like it. I
Yeah.
wonder if it was originally free or if it eventually became free. I would argue for the latter probably, but I don't
I
know.
mean, yeah, I would argue for the latter as well, but that's probably influenced by my previous opinion of the game, which is that I didn't like it. So I mean, yeah, but so let's see. So Brawlhalla exists and is free, so I guess they do that thing and we play that. The next game that we played. I'm gonna go to Ninjala instead of Skull and Bones, so we can talk about Skull and Bones when Ledis is back here, because he's
That's
also
good.
a lover of all things pirates.
Yeah, because I think we probably have about nothing great to say about Ninjala.
Yeah, it's just gonna be us picking on the game, and then when he comes back, we can just tell him, "Hey, this sucked."
Yeah.
So that's the short version. That's the short version. Ninjala, terrible. I did not like that game at all. It felt like it was slow paced in a very large open world, and it was so slow to move around.
Yep.
It was. I mean, like they're supposed to be ninjas, but there's really nothing ninja-y about them, except for maybe like walking on the walls. Like
They yeah, that's it, really. I guess walking on walls.
That's it. The character designs aren't ninja-esque. The movement isn't. The controls weren't. The attacks weren't.
Yeah, I would not describe it as swift in any way.
Yeah, nothing about it makes me think agile or deadly. Like it's like the exact opposite, really. And
so you blow bubble gum, right? Your little characters that look like inklings, and you blow bubble gum and you turn the bubble gum it's either a projectile that you fire out and try to basically stick people in the gum so you can go beat them up, or you turn it into a bat for some reason. Just turns into a bat.
Yeah, you're like,
which doesn't make any sense.
You're like pulling it out of the bubble.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
But why?
They're like, craft yourself a weapon out of the bubble you just blew.
Out of my bubble gum?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Because you're a ninja. Like what? Like it doesn't. It's all right. So, but on top of that, though, on top of sure, there's a lot of games like that, right? Where the name or something maybe has some dissonance with the theme, and they make it work. It doesn't work here because the mechanics are so bad. Moving slowly throughout the level, like the fact that your attacks are slow. Like first, I got to do this, blow up the bubble.
Yep.
Then I get to go and aim it at somebody, and they better be like 2 feet away from me, or else I'm gonna miss. It just doesn't connect otherwise.
When you get a bigger bat, depending on how big of a bubble you blow, but you can just blow a bigger bubble from the beginning. It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
So it's like so it didn't really feel like a competition. I really had no idea if I was doing well or poorly. Because I just was like chasing somebody down and I hit them and they maybe died or something. I'm like, okay, that's the thing, I guess. Oh, I stuck them in the gum and now I'm hitting them, but it's not doing anything.
You want to hear my theory on this one?
What?
Here's my theory. So when you make weapons, they don't look like gum at all, which would be the first thing I would think of. Is like if you're going to craft a weapon out of a gum bubble, it's going to be like a pink or whatever color the gum is. It's going to be
Yeah.
that color. I mean, you're making an inflatable bat essentially, so it could easily have been gum colored. They didn't do that, and I think that's
Or-
because
Or why not just make me inflate an inflatable bat? You know,
Yeah.
like why am I just like making a bat, like inflating it?
yeah,
Because
they
that's
should have
what I'm
called it
using.
blowjala. Just blow
Yeah.
stuff up.
Yeah, that's when I would type this list, I'm not even gonna call it Ninjala. I'm gonna call it Blowjala.
But here's what I think. I think we're called blowjobla.
Jesus.
I think that they made a game which was called Ninjala. They're going to do ninja stuff. There's like a little dash move in it, but it seems like every time you dash, you immediately stop after, so it's useless. I think that they tried to make an arena brawler where you're sort of like kid ninjas, but what happened was they got the movement all fucked up, didn't work right, so it was really hard to attack people because when you attack, you stop moving and they keep moving. So what they did was they added the gum in. I think they added the gum mechanic in so that you could spit the gum at them, or when you hit them, it would gum them and it stops them, and then you can actually hit them. I think that was a
Right.
last-minute addition, the gum.
Yeah. I feel like at the least that's feels like the sequence of things. Is they're like, I just can't get this right. But then they also like, I don't know to say that they stole the design of the squid kids.
Inklings.
Inklings. Thank you.
I call
Yeah,
them
I don't know
Squid
that they.
Kids.
But I don't know that they stole the design of the Inklings. God damn.
Mm-mm. But they
Why
look
can I
very
not
similar.
remember that word? I just can't. It just doesn't come to me. Yeah, but they look very similar. And when you remember, we asked a question like, "Wait, why isn't our bubblegum at least different colors so then we know like player 2, player 3?" And then it was just like, well, because it would look exactly like
Yeah.
Inklings.
Platoon at that point. You
Yep.
know, like the parallels would be far too similar for them to like maybe not get sued.
For sure.
Yeah, so that one was a bad game. We did a bad one while you were.
Yeah,
You're
I heard. You were not happy.
No, it was terrible. It's
Yeah,
terrible
Ninjala.
game.
Don't recommend getting that unless it was like an early beta right now, and maybe it can be saved. I don't know.
I mean, maybe it's like to put your kid to sleep or something.
To
I
get
can
them to
see
not
that.
want to play video games anymore. Like,
Yeah.
let me stay up and play one more game, okay? But it's got to be Ninjala. I'll read.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Bedtime.
All right, I'll just go to bed.
I'll read my
What's it-
Splatoon manga.
Yeah, my rating.
Oh,
of
is that a
was-
thing? I'd read that.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Have to check that out.
He's doing it right now, isn't he?
Nope.
My rating of Ninjala was hot garbage and crusty socks.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh man,
That's
Subway
bad.
gum.
Subway gum. Yeah.
All
All
right.
next
So
one.
next game, one that I enjoyed, and I think Cletus, you would enjoy this as well. Skull and Bones.
Okay, I'm excited to hear about this. I did sign up for the beta.
Oh man, crap.
Did you
All right,
sign
well-
up for the betas?
Yes, while I was in line.
Okay, because there's like
Well, yeah,
10
what
of
came
them.
out.
I don't know if I did or not. I think I did.
On the Uplay app, there's like 10 betas. Or no, there's not 10. There's 4. But that's a lot of betas.
Yeah.
So what was the
actually,
game?
Actually, download it now.
So it is awesome. I'll say that
is-
first and foremost.
It is just pirate ship fighting.
Okay.
Like, that's
Now,
it. You are pirates. You're on a ship. There are other ships in the water, and you're going to attack them, and they're going to attack you. And your hope is to just survive the day with as much loot as you could possibly get.
Can you hop from ship to ship, that kind of thing, or is it just
Yes.
naval combat?
You can go from ship to ship, but it is more of a quick time event where
Yeah.
your pirates jump into their ship and then they're fighting, and that's because like the two ships kind of get tethered together and like block out the other mechanics. I don't know if there was anything involved in that at that point. Not that I quite remember. Like maybe you could still hide and like brace yourselves, but the other ships are still moving around you while it happens.
Okay.
So you could have an enemy pirate come along and start attacking you while you're boarding the other ship. The mechanics was great. I really enjoyed that. A bunch of people mentioned that it was similar to the the ship fighting in what's the other Ubisoft game with the Assassin's Creed?
Okay. Black Flag.
Black Flag. So people mentioned
Mhm.
like, oh, Ubisoft just took the pirate ship fighting from that and made a game out of it. I don't see the similarity. I mean, I see the similarity, but I don't think it's the same. Um, you get a bunch of different attacks. There's different ships. So you have like a tank, you've got the mid range, and then you've got the small fast ship. They all have different arrangements of weapons. So like some ships have forward-facing weapons. You know, the tank only has side-facing weapons. But you know, the small ship can, or the mid ship can ram other ships,
Okay.
which is cool. So like different ships, different abilities. If they add more, great. They look amazing. Like
Yeah.
they're like everything you expect to see from, well, everything you would dream that a pirate ship should be and look like.
I
And
mean, yeah,
think
the
that's like
game looks
something.
great.
Yeah,
It's
it
a cool
really
looking
does.
game.
Okay.
It looks way more appealing than Sea of Thieves.
I really enjoy
Which,
Sea of Thieves. I actually played that yesterday for a little bit on the stream.
I
well,
saw you.
so
Me and
I mean,
Moss
I would
played.
say this: when we watched the video trailer for this game in the Ubisoft conference, a lot of people were immediately like, "Oh, Sea of Thieves is doomed! Like this game is
Yeah.
totally going to destroy Sea of Thieves." Which I would pick this game over Sea of Thieves, but I do not think that is going to sink the ship of Sea of Thieves because Sea of Thieves is completely different, totally different kind of game. I don't
Sea
think
of
they really
Thieves is
compare.
more about like finding the treasures and stuff like that. It's not. I don't know if I would actually call it a pirate like simulator. I guess.
Be right back.
Whereas the from what you've said, Skull and Bones seems more like a pirate ship like simulator. It seems more
Well, actually, I would say the opposite.
really.
I would say that I feel like Skull and Bones is much more like a Twisted Metal type game where you're going around trying to destroy other ships, boredom, you're trying to pick up loot that drops, and you have special weapons. You can party up with other ships, but I think that Sea of Thieves is way more of a pirate simulator in that you need a whole crew on your ship that are different people. So in Skull and Bones, it's just you on your ship. There's a lot of guys on it, but you're controlling the whole ship.
Oh, okay.
So Sea of Thieves is more like you're controlling different aspects of the ship. You know,
Yeah,
you need
yeah.
a whole crew, and so I'd say it's more closer to simulation than what Skull and Bones is. But Skull
Honestly,
and Bones is like a death match, man, and it is a good time.
all right. Well, I'm excited to try that out when the beta comes out. Then, if
Heck
if
yeah!
we get in.
I just I registered for the beta too. I don't know if I already had. I might have, but I did it again.
Yeah, I actually did it twice because I've got two Usoft accounts. So if
Nice.
I'll have a second key if somebody needs it.
You did it on PC, right?
Yep, of course.
Sweet.
Yeah, well, and I did get the For Honor game for free, so I'm gonna be
Right.
playing that by myself, I think.
Okay.
But
I'm so sad. I didn't
I
even
know,
remember to come back. Like when we come back on Sunday, I was just like laying here, like trying not to fall asleep. If I would have thought about it, I would have been able to get it. So mad.
yeah, I did it on Sunday, but then I thought it was through the next day, so I just told you guys about it the next day. I didn't even
Yeah.
Mhm.
think about it because I thought
Well,
we were good.
it's completely our fault for not doing it as soon as we heard about it. Because you even mentioned in the Discord, you were like, everybody sign up for these betas and you can get Sea of Thieves or not Sea of Thieves, For
For
Honor
Honor.
free right now.
Yep.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that sounds cool. I need to do that, and then I just completely forgot.
Well, it's funny. I always thought the game looked really fun, and then when it launched, it seems like it just totally flopped. Like it didn't do well. So then they're like, "Hey, we got to get some
It's
people playing this."
it's got a real big like cult following,
Mm-hmm.
like Lawbreakers does. Like Lawbreakers has like just a select group that is just all about that game.
Yeah.
Like there's a very small community, but they're a very devoted community.
That's kind of a scary thing now. It seems like there's so many games out there that are so good, and you can play games for so long that your game doesn't have to be bad to fail. It just has to not get people's attention for any reason.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it
So,
really is.
Because I mean,
It's just so
granted, like with
so hard.
Lawbreakers, the character design is hot garbage,
mm-hmm.
but it's so much fun. It doesn't even matter.
I don't think it's that bad. I think there are some of them that are bad.
Okay,
like,
so I
and
play.
that's the problem. That's the problem. Is like that robot is fun,
Yeah.
and like the medic Junkrat girl, like she's fun. But then there are like really bad ones.
I play exclusively as the Wraith, and I really, really hate him. I hate
Oh
him
no,
so
you mean
much.
the voice lines? You mean
Yes.
the voice lines?
Yes.
The voice lines are trash.
Just atrocious.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think there are just too many good shooters that were out that they couldn't compete. You know,
Oh, yeah.
it wasn't unique enough to make people want to play it over Overwatch.
Yeah, Overwatch just destroyed everything.
Yeah.
Like it demolished absolutely everything.
Came along and it was.
Yep. I think they should have gone a little bit more like Unreal Tournament Quake style with it than they did.
Well, it's exactly what it is. It's Quake
Eh.
with heroes.
But it's only like that capture the flag, like the ball mode and stuff. Like, I don't know. They should have worked on the game modes and put it more towards that. Because I mean, if you look at like Quake Champions and whatever like Unreal games we have and Doom, like the multiplayer for those games is old school and it's not any better than it used to be. So all they had to do was make a better version of that, and they would have won an audience.
Or even
Personally, I
like
think
had
they
it,
did.
you know, like had a death match in there somewhere, you know, where you still have like you still have all those great movement abilities, because that's what Lawbreakers was about, was like
Yeah, and
all the movement abilities, and there were a lot, and they were
they were done
fairly, like,
extremely
you-
well. They were very
fairly unique.
like versatile too. Like
Mhm,
the
it was fun.
Yeah, mechanically that was a great game.
Mhm.
I think the visual style was good. I just like the voice lines just killed
yeah,
Yeah.
the voice
so
lines were like the
bad.
worst.
So bad.
Like I didn't know what they were talking about half the time because apparently there's some like real rich in-game lore that was never talked about.
It just amazes me.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, what else we got on the E3 game list?
yeah. All right. So
We
Skull,
should
and,
get back to that.
Yeah,
Skull and
sorry.
Bones is a lot of fun. I'm excited to play the beta with you guys so that we can, you know, yeah, I'm excited to play the beta.
So that we can
Yes.
rule the seas.
Rule the seas and
So that we can become the king of pirates.
blow up other pirate ships. So one of the things that happens in the game that we didn't mention is a mechanic that Tristan and I didn't figure out while we were playing, and I don't know if it was active. It's just that while you're out there, you can make an alliance with another pirate ship. So you jump onto a server and you're solo playing, and you can just be like, "Hey, do you guys want to go like raid some galleons?" And
Yeah,
just be like,
galleons.
"Yeah, we're gonna go do it." But then at any point in time, you can betray the other person. So you can just be like, "Nope,
Oh,
guess what?
that's
I'm taking you
shitty.
out." Yeah, exactly. You just be like, "Okay, like we're all the worst people."
We're gonna have to do that a lot.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be in a Discord with you and be like, "Yep, ah,
Now, what's going to happen is
You want
people
to
will
do
be
that?
in Discords together, and all the people who are in your Discord chat group will join up with other people,
mhm."
and then
Betray
at
them.
one point they'll all betray them at the same time. That'll be awesome.
That would be awesome.
That makes for good Twitch.
Oh yeah, that would. I like it. All right, where do I download this? Ubisoft.
All right.
Yeah, just look
What
up
else is on that
Uplay.
list there?
All right. Thank you. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we did Skull and Bones. The next game we played was Jump Force.
All right,
Jump
now,
Force.
so Jump Force wasn't it like a 3DS game or something too, where you can like rewind time and stuff like that? Is this
No.
the same type of thing?
You're thinking
This
of
is-
what's he thinking of? You played it, Jared. That rewind time game where you switch characters. Something for Time Force.
Okay, well,
Super Time Force.
Super Time Force Ultra, STFU. Shut the fuck up. STFU. Super
Yes.
Time Force Ultra. Now I love that game. That game was great. Jump Force, not so much. Jump
No?
Force is Shonen Jump Force.
Oh, okay,
it's like-
okay.
It's all
Mhm.
the Shonen Jump characters in a fighter. It's a like arena fighter, so 3-dimensional world. But they made a big mistake, and I think they turned the difficulty down like a lot for the demo.
Yeah.
So all of us were like, "All right, cool. Like I'm gonna play as Naruto and this guy and that guy. I don't know him, but sweet." Like, and we were done. It was like that was
Yeah.
it. It was just like we just beat them, and I never got to use like a super. I never got to do anything. It was just like, this really, like, this is it. Like, if that was
Mhm.
like the normal mode, I would absolutely not recommend that game to anyone at all.
Oh, it was so stiff. So
Yeah.
stiff. Like for a fighter, and especially with those characters, it just was so slow moving. You'd be like beating, like half of the match at least, I was beating Frieza on the ground, just kicking Frieza, and she just, or he or she was just scooting across the ground as I'm just kicking Frieza. I'm like, that's not a good game.
No,
They
that
should have made a
doesn't sound-
statue instead of a game. Would have been better.
Doesn't sound very appealing.
Yeah,
They
it
made it
really-
as a tribute to Shonen Jump because what is it, like 25th anniversary or 50th or something like
yeah,
that?
something like that. Yeah.
Shonen.
One of those big years.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's too slow. I mean, coming off the heels of Dragon Ball Fighter Z, yeah, it's the 50th anniversary. Coming off the heels of Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Fighter Z, it was too slow of a game. And then to give us a demo like that, like they better release a demo before launch just so they can try to combat all the bad reviews they're going to get from the E3 play. Because all I've heard from anyone else who's played it is that it's terrible, and that's exactly what we thought. So
That's what I
Yeah.
kept seeing too. I kept seeing that the controls were stiff. Nothing was really like fine tuned.
the graphics look good though. I will say that
Well, as long as they're cell shaded, it's really kind of hard to mess up.
they're
Yeah.
not.
It's not.
Nope.
Well, that's
It's
kinda
like
cool.
yeah, they look like kind of like realistic versions of the characters, but they're almost like action figures.
Oh, that's
and
even
actually-
better.
Yeah, that's probably why it controls so slow because they're fucking
Yeah.
action figures.
Yeah. So, but it was weird. Is so like I enjoy like so I'm a Naruto fan, right? I've got
Oh,
a fucking
absolutely,
Nine
yeah.
Tails seal on my stomach like an asshole. Like so, you would think like if anyone was gonna like geek out about it, be like, yeah, another Naruto, woo! It would be me, but no, absolutely not. Like it
Is
was
that
not fun to
bad,
play.
huh?
It was that bad. I would not pick it up. I would not recommend any fans of those things to pick it up either. And that hurts me because I love Shonen Jump. And if they put a bunch of money in this and then they lose money, that's gonna make me sad. Like, but I'm not buying their game. I'm just not I wouldn't even Redbox that thing. I'd be-
I'd
like,
Redbox it.
like I was just, all right, here. Maybe if I was like really drunk and over your house and be like, I just have to show you how bad this game is, then
Then we'd red
Oh,
box it.
dude, we
Redbox
should
it.
totally do a sometime where we just go rent Redbox games. If we
Yeah.
can all get together, like if we
Oh,
can
that
all
sounds
actually get
great.
together in the same place,
Yeah.
we'll just go get a Redbox game each, and then we do a roulette where we just spin a lazy Susan,
Yeah,
pick whatever
time
game it
I'm
landed
out,
on.
Next time I'm out in Columbus, we should try to get together and do that.
That'd be awesome.
All right.
Call it Redbox roulette.
All right, so
What's the worst game we could find? So Jump Force was bad,
Uh-huh.
and then we went and sat in a theater for longer than I'd hoped.
Yep. We got pulled into that Bandai Namco show, which we thought
Mhm.
they're like, come in here, we're about to start a show. We're like, whoa, show special? Okay.
A show and chairs. I've been standing all week. Like,
I'm
that
like,
sounds great.
do you mean a 30-minute video and explanation of each one of your games? Oh fuck.
Two of which we just played.
Yeah, no thank you. Yeah, the first
Yeah,
one they
I-
explained to us was Jump Force, which we had just played, and we were like, oh god, you're preaching to the wrong choir here, buddy.
Yeah, and I was like, well, sorry that your game's bad.
Yeah, real not fun.
Yeah. But the next thing we played was Code Vein.
Yep.
I did
Also did not
I-
have a good experience.
not have a good time playing Code Vein.
Code Vein.
I am mostly going to blame of course, look at me reposting faster than I need to. I'm gonna blame the girl who was standing there. But so somebody was playing it in front of me and they died. Or they weren't having fun. So they were like, well, okay, and they just kind of like left. But they had like 10 hit points left. So
Oh,
she's like
no.
next in line, and she just resets a little timer that they had set in front of the system. And I was just like, what? Like, not even, and she's gone. And I'm just like, you're not even gonna restart this for me. So there I am at 10 health.
Damn.
like, going along, like trying to figure out the game and figure out what I'm doing, and I don't know, and then I die, and then I'm like putting the controller down, take the headset off, and she's like, "What?" And I was like, well, "You didn't restart it for me, like so." And she's like, "Well, you can restart it," and I was like, "Yeah, like, can I? You think maybe that'd be something you should be doing?
Or
Stupid
you should,
showgirl?
say,
Like your whole job is like, I'm sorry, I know you were hired here with the idea like I'm gonna stand here and look pretty, and that's gonna be it. It's
Yeah.
gonna be great. But the least you can do is press the buttons for me to tell me like what I need to do to start over. Like, ah, I hated her, and so
Mhm.
and so
I hated her,
I
so my
hated-
entire experience was ruined.
it was like maybe it's got some fun elements to it. There was like spells and stuff and monsters like around every corner. It kind of reminded me of like it's that game Foos likes, the
Dark Souls.
Dark Souls, where you're not really moving fast, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
But
every
but
every
you
move
have like
has to be like calculated, or you die.
yeah, but so it wasn't like straight death though, and you had a bunch of different abilities. So like not the kind of difficulty that comes with Dark Souls, but similar mechanic feel.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
from a guy. That's from a guy who doesn't play it. So
Yeah, it was like a
take that with a
nerfed
grain of
Dark
salt.
Souls that
Yes.
was merged with Tokyo Ghoul. So like the aesthetics from Tokyo Ghoul anime merged with a nerfed Dark Souls. My review of that game, which sounds great. Meh.
Yeah.
Meh.
I mean, I didn't have the same terrible experience that Jared had, but I kept falling off the cliff because at the start of the game you just jump off of the edge of this cliff and like land, and then I just kept walking off of cliff edges the whole demo, and which was killing me, but I never knew if I was supposed to walk off it or not. And so I mean, basically I'm just stupid, but I didn't get to do a whole lot. I didn't figure out much because I kept just walking off the edge of cliffs.
I could see that.
I mean, I think it'd be fun to pick up and play for like a night sometime, but I don't know about buying it.
I would never buy it. Like,
All right.
but again, my experience is ruined.
So what's next?
So the Code Vein was not fun. Then a actually quite fun game that had a really nice visual style that merged very well with its original content. My Hero 1's Justice. So
Yeah,
if you
very
know
fun.
if you know the anime My Hero Academia,
Yeah.
which I enjoy thoroughly, and Tristan has started watching, which makes me
Yeah,
excited.
because of that game.
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
the
And so like
the stream freeze for
it-
you guys?
No, I
no.
don't think so.
Okay, cool.
it glitched there for a second, and now it's doing it again.
Eh.
So yeah, it's like stuttered a little bit, but it's fine.
I think it's alright.
But so yeah, so the visual style is really well done in the game. They do an amazing job, like doing a kind of very graphic, cell shaded sort of thing that makes it look like comic book manga stuff. And then the fighting is nice. There's probably only one criticism, and I think Tristan nailed it, so I'll let him.
Yeah, you pick 3 characters, you can't switch between them. So you pick your main character, and then you have 2 assists, which is cool.
Oh, okay.
You learn the character's assist moves, but I feel like now, if you're picking 3 characters, they could have very easily had to switch in and out with them.
Right.
I mean, it's an arena brawler. You know, it's 3-dimensional. You're running all over the place, so it's fun. But yeah, I think you definitely they missed an opportunity to like have you swap out, and maybe that'll be a game mode. It's possible, but you might be able to do something like that. But it seemed like, based on what we played, that's not going to be the case.
That seems kind of silly to not be able to switch out, though.
It did seem odd after he pointed it out. I didn't really notice it during the game because we just come from Soul Calibur 6 not too long ago.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I thought it was nice. It was in there, but they really were just having you pick their assists. I almost feel like if the menu would have elaborated that a little more, because it really almost looked like I was gonna get to play the other characters.
Right.
Like, or man, I feel like they just could switch it up. You know, like in between the game comes out,
Yeah.
just mix it up so that you get all 3 fighters.
Okay.
Like just do it.
I'm
You
sure
know,
that's a
like,
hard mechanic to add in.
I mean, I can't imagine programmatically it being that difficult. Like,
Oh no,
to
definitely, dude.
add a button press, but game balance probably would.
Yeah, well, yeah, you have to like factor in people doing attacks while the characters are switching in and out. I'm sure that breaks the game a ton.
Mm-hmm.
Like it probably
Yeah.
glitches like mad when you're throwing an attack and you swap characters. They probably
Right.
have to fix that so much. But what they could do is they could have it be where like that's your team, and when one dies, one comes in. Like it's like round two.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that would be okay with me. I mean, it would extend the fights, and you know, you could pick more like a team. And I'd like that.
I
But
think I think they did a nice job though, like making the different characters' powers feel extremely unique.
mhm.
Like nobody was really similar to another character.
Yeah, I agree with that.
They felt kind of like they very definitely affected the level because there was like destroyable objects in the level, so you'd be indoors in one and you'd be smashing tables and stuff.
Yeah,
But then like the epicness of some of the attacks, like the supers, like when the kid does it's huge, you know,
yeah.
and it gets you. But of course, like maybe sometimes it's so big that you froze a guy who's so far away from you that it's actually going to be difficult for you to get over to him and hit him in time. Like
Mhm.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. I would consider that as a game to buy just because I figure Trey will buy it, and so if we're ever gonna play him in a fighting game, it's another one to pick up. Fighting games, man, they're so much fun to do at E3 because
Short
just there with
lines. Yeah.
short
Yeah.
lines, and you're there with other people who like fighting games, and you're all just like yeah, like and you're mechanics and stuff.
Yeah, I'll probably pick it up. I'd say. You know, I would say even like that game should have switching characters, and probably Jump Force shouldn't. Like that. I think
Mhm.
If Jump Force was one character with two characters that just threw moves in, it would probably work
Mhm.
better. But I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, it really could. It seems entirely possible.
Like, just make a more Tekken style game for that Jump Force thing. I mean, if you can't do the quickness.
The
But
quickness.
I
all
hear
right.
one's justice.
But yeah, Hero One's Justice. That was one of the top games I played at E3. I think I really liked that too.
Well, good. It seems like the fighting games are the winners so far.
Well, I'll say that I expected my favorite
No,
games to be fighting games going in.
I like Skull and Bones of the things I played. I think that's probably one on my list. Mega Man 11. I was very excited about it. Actually, it adding like the dual use mechanics made me very happy.
hmm
You're just saying that because a lot of the games we played were fighting games. If you call Smash Brothers a fighting game, then yeah,
Oh,
you know, that's
that's
another
a
game.
fighting game.
Yeah,
It's like party fighter, people call it.
it's fighting.
That's a
Yeah,
fighting game.
Yeah.
it's about timing. You know, I mean,
Space
spatial
Junkies.
awareness.
Space Junkies was a lot of fun for me. If I had VR, I'd probably be getting that.
hmm
Megalith has a lot of potential on things that aren't the PlayStation.
Yeah.
So
I'd say, you know, one thing about E3 and deciding on what games are good is that in fighting games, playing those demos, you can pretty much tell exactly what you're going to get in the final game.
yeah,
So it's easier to be like, yeah, I'd buy this. No, I wouldn't buy that. And a lot of the fighting games are like coming down from a long line of them, like Soul Calibur 6. Like they would have had to mess up pretty bad for me not to want to buy Soul Calibur 6. But for a game like Skull and Bones, where I had a really good time playing it, I don't know if I can say to buy it for sure because I don't know how many ships are in it. If it's only those 3 ships, I wouldn't buy the game. But if there's a bunch more, if there's a lot of content in it, pick it up for sure. But like I don't know that from the demo, you know, so it's kind of hard to tell.
yeah,
Makes fighting games jump ahead pretty quick.
that's true. Last game that we played, maybe not the last game that we played, but the last unique game that we played. Oh, I actually missed one that I played twice, but I'll
What's
get
that?
to it. I'm
Oh.
going to save it for the end. The last
Gotcha.
game that we played was Starlink Battle for Atlas.
Ooh, you get to play that, huh?
Yeah, we waited. That one was a longer line too. That was like a 7-hour-ish game.
Did you get to play Star Fox?
No, we did not get to play
Nope.
Star Fox. They did not have his little figurine out.
Bummer.
So I don't know if you noticed in the game, like everything was you've got your little ship, and then you're like putting ships together, and that is actually like swapping stuff for you in game. Which was a little concerning. It was like, oh no, do I have to have this like figurine hanging out on my controller the whole time? Oh shit, like I don't want that. It looks heavy and annoying. But then I look at the game and I'm like, man, this looks like the spiritual successor to Star Fox. And actually I think when we were at the Ubisoft conference and saw them talking about this and then before they said that Star Fox was in there, my response was like, man, I really want another Star Fox game.
And then
Uh-huh.
Star Fox is
they're
in
like,
it.
and he's in it. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
yes. Like,
And you
how
heard
did they
Slippy.
know?
Slippy
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah, Tristan's like, what was that? It sounded like Slippy, and then it's just like Star Fox, like, oh. Like,
and I'll
so-
say it right now, that's probably my favorite game of E3.
Really?
I was totally surprised by it. I'm on the hype train.
Hey, hype trains. I mean, Starlink, it was good. Like, I played through the level. I really enjoyed it. It called out to a lot of things that I enjoyed about Star Fox 64. You know, it's not on rails. It's more open world.
Mhm.
But it was still really like fun.
Good.
Even
Yeah.
though I was using a controller, I don't know. I had an Xbox controller and I'm like trying to do stuff, and the guy's got he's on a headset and he's like, "All right, no, you want to do this. All right, no, you want to go over there." And I'm like, what's the button? And he's like, A. I'm like, I don't know this controller. And he started translating PlayStation buttons for me.
Oh,
So he's
that's
just like, X,
beautiful.
square, triangle. I was like, yes. And I just ran through it. And I was like, I know exactly what to do now. And that really like
Now you're speaking my language, buddy.
yeah, like he did it. So he really was, and it improved my experience immediately. I wish the people over at Code Vein would have had that guy on their team. They made mistakes.
Yeah, I'll say, a
Thanks.
lot of the staff for different games would tell me like, "Well, you got to do this." Like I'd be like, "I don't know why it's working like this way," and they'd be like, "Well, you got to do this to make it work." And I'm like, "Yeah, you know that I just got here. Like I'm not that last guy who was sitting here who you already told this. Like I don't know that. You got to tell me this stuff if you're gonna be like all mad at me about it. Like I've never played this game. This game is brand new." And but I mean, man, Starlink, it just controlled nicely. It looked good. There's a variety of weapons, little toys. Even though I could take them or leave them, it's pretty
Yeah.
cool that they exist and it's a thing. You click
Well,
on like
yeah,
weapons.
The thing is, though,
and
are you
stuff.
gonna have to buy all of the toys to unlock all the characters?
Probably it comes with one.
It comes with one of the figures. You can buy the other things. You don't have to have the figure on your controller like to do it, but you can do it like as a swap. You can even like
Mhm.
turn it on so that you can do the swap like live, so it doesn't even pause the game when you do it.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Like that's, I mean, to increase the difficulty, right?
Right.
Like
Yep.
here I go. They were actually smart about how it worked. So like I accidentally put my flamethrower on backwards, and he's like, that's gonna fire backwards now. And I was like, what? Really? He's like, yep. And I was like, cool. If anyone chases me, they're gonna get fire in the face. Like,
Did anybody chase you?
no, but I turned it around eventually.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
you know, like that's smart. You know, like they really considered all little details. And if they let you unlock the stuff, that you don't have to buy it, or like maybe there's stuff that's really cool that you can buy or whatever, that would be awesome. Or if they're actually just like reasonably priced, that could be.
That would be nice, but who's gonna reasonably price anything?
I
Mm-mm.
know. I know.
Hopefully, it's a bit
So-
of unlock and a bit of purchase. Like, hopefully, they mix and match because I can't see them releasing a game where it's only you buy the stuff. I don't know.
Right.
That seems like
That seems kind
once
of
you-
naive, Tristan. I'm
Well,
sorry.
but once you
okay,
buy the game,
sure.
right? So let's say the game's it's probably more expensive than a normal game because it comes with a ship, right? So let's say it's $80. You bought an $80 game, you only have one ship and the weapons that came with it, and like the wings and the hull of your ship and the pilot that came with it. You can switch all those things out, but if there's no more in the game when you purchase it, just seems like they'd be missing an opportunity. People will stop playing that because it's not going to be enough.
Yeah.
But they could do all kinds of crazy stuff with it. I hope they do mystery boxes for like pilots and stuff. Because that'd be sweet,
That
I
would be
think.
cool.
I think the
But I
pilots
think
would probably be one of the things that they would want you to buy.
Mm.
I think that's going to be on that list of you got to buy the figurine pilot because literally, like the way the thing hooks on, it's the pilot first. The ship goes over them, then you do like wings and engines and stuff.
Oh,
Mhm.
oh, so you create the entire thing.
Yeah, it's all pieces
Yeah.
parts. So it's the pilot starts and they have like special abilities.
Mhm.
Then the ship's hull, which gives you like your tank or your, you know, your speeder or whatever. Then the wings like also have attributes of the different types of ships, and then the weapons variety. They had like 5 weapons out for us to swap in and play different things on.
Mhm.
There was
So
actually a game kind of like this for the PS1, but it was mechs.
Had toys?
Yeah, it had toys. It had like pieces that
Really?
you'd build your own mech, and then there was like a little stand you'd put it on. It would 3D scan the thing. It's just for the PS1. It was like way ahead of its time.
Wasn't that Skylanders game, was it?
No,
that
no,
was
no.
for Wii, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this
Never played that.
is like from the.
well, so like yeah, but I would say I'm not gonna get hype train like favorite thing at E3 that we played. Man, that's a tough one, but it was really good and it's got a lot of potential as long as they don't seriously fuck up doing the figurines or the toys, the guns, the weapons, the parts of the ship. I think they got something pretty good on their hands. Like even if it was like, I would not loot boxes because again, it's like mechanics in the game, right?
Yeah.
Like any pay to win game is gonna just get torn apart by the gaming community.
Oh yeah.
So if they make that mistake after EA fucked Battlefront,
And they fucked it hard.
as hard as they did, yeah, right. Then they are really dumb. But I don't feel like Ubisoft is going to be that dumb because they don't really do that with the rest of their games, or at least anything that seems like it's coming out. Really,
Yeah.
No,
I mean, hell, I even was.
they
interested in
were
the-
gonna have loot boxes in the last Assassin's Creed, but then they saw what happened with EA.
right, right.
So they did learn from that.
Yeah.
So the reason I think it was my favorite game of E3 was because of the surprise factor too, because I wasn't expecting it, and I wasn't expecting it to be as fun to play as it was.
It was really fun.
So I think that's why I put it up there as the top because in the most hype because like I did not expect it at all.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright.
That's. I mean, like, I'm looking at my list and I'm like, yeah, Space Junkies was fun, but no one's gonna get to play that with me. Even if I bought it, like it'll probably be a limited number of people playing it.
That'd be a
Like Megalith, I
a
think.
Monday game.
Yeah, Megalith needs some. It needs some more heroes in the game. Hopefully they put them in, but if they like, I'm not confident that they will. Destiny 2, it's a new game mode, so I'm already on it. Street
Well-
Fighter's just more characters. Soul Calibur's a revival, but I was pleasantly surprised by Soul Calibur. It's on my list. Mega Man 11 again is a revival. Vacation Simulator is more one that I think should be priced more like $10. I feel like Job Simulator should be too. I can't believe they're $20.
So Starlink, I wasn't that far off on the price. It's for pre-order right now, so you can get
Yeah.
it for Xbox or PlayStation 4 with one of the ships that they had for us to use. It's the same one on both consoles. You get 3 weapons with it and 1 pilot, $75. For Nintendo Switch, you get the Star Fox ship. You get Fox, a pilot, and 2 weapons, and it's $75.
Mm,
So that's the one to buy. But
yeah, that's the one to get.
But yeah, so I mean, I was pretty on the price. Now, what
Oh, yeah.
if I were them? What I would have done is this: I would have said it's $75. You get the game, which is 60, and the ship, which is 15, right? But then you're automatically signed up for a monthly purchasing box, like subscription club, where every like quarter of the year you get a new ship. It's $15. They send you a new ship, a new pilot, and a new weapon for the $15, right?
That would
So
be
like
cool.
your DLC basically is
It's
Is your
toys.
toy.
Yeah.
Is your toy?
Yeah.
That's the chips, the figurines, the weapons.
Hmm.
That's
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 not a bad
clever.
idea.
That's really clever.
I'd much rather do a subscription that actually like gave me something in game and a cool little toy to play with.
Hmm.
Right? That's pretty smart.
All right, trademark. You heard it here, Starlink. I'll sell it to you for 10 grand.
Right?
Trademark TM TM TM.
Yep.
TM. Oh man, that was Ubisoft too.
So that was kind of the sleeper hit, huh?
Yep. I'll tell you what, I would
Right.
pre-order that right now if I felt like dropping $75 today.
Yeah,
if, I hadn't-
If you felt like it.
if I didn't just go to E3 for a week,
If
I
I
would
didn't go to
pre-order it.
E3 and actually play the game, so I know I liked it.
No, more like if I had any money left.
Yeah.
LA did not come cheaply.
Oh, I can only
Yeah,
imagine.
it's not-
That's one of the reasons I couldn't go, unfortunately.
Let's see. What was the? Get up. I will agree with you completely. Sleeper hit. That's the sleeper hit of E3. Starlink. Absolutely. I'm tempted to pre-order it now, but I would have to do it through Amazon, and so
And fuck Amazon. At least
Yeah.
right now.
Hey, fam's in the chat. What up, fam?
Hey fam,
Hey.
just doing our E3 chat. How you guys doing? Or let's see.
Ooh.
Which fan member are we talking to? I don't even know.
I don't know. It just says for all mankind.
I want to save my last one. So like for the very last thing.
I know what you're gonna say.
I know you know I'm gonna say it. That's why I just want to wait for it though. and then like if you've got anything else to talk about, any other games.
Let's see. I played Freedom Planet, which has been out for a while, but is porting to the Nintendo Switch. And it's like a Sonic clone, but has 3 characters that handle distinctly. 14 levels. They said 14 levels per character. I don't know if that's true, or if they just meant that there are specific levels for each character within the 14. But it was fun. Fun platformer. I mean, if it's under $15, probably pick it up.
You said that's a Sonic clone?
Yeah, it's totally a Sonic clone. One of the characters is exactly like Sonic, and the levels look like that. The levels are really long. I will say that. Like, you're getting your money's worth for 14 levels in that game, I'd say. It's probably worth picking up. It'll be fun on the Switch. It's on Steam right now. It's called Freedom Planet. I played Of Rice and Ruin, Sakuna of Rice and Ruin, which was a weird Xseed game
Okay.
where you are
you
this
see-
little...
I didn't
What?
realize you played that.
Yeah, I did. I just like stopped by it at one point and was like, why not? It was all right. I mean, it's kind of like a platformer. You're this little chick with a scarf that you can like throw and it like sticks to stuff and you can whip yourself across. So I don't know, it was okay. I also saw some people playing part of it where you like are planting rice or other crops.
Yeah.
You're using your hoe and just hoeing it up.
You're tilling the land.
Sure are. And I didn't do that part. I kind of wish I would have got to that part, but I got a little bored, so I just bounced out. I mean,
I'm gone. See you
Got a little
guys.
bored.
it wasn't a bad game. It didn't control badly, but it just, there was other stuff to see. So,
Yeah,
like, if
yeah.
I was at home and there was a demo of it, I'd kick it around. I don't know if I would buy it, but it was okay. It's a nice game. Let me put it that way.
Okay. Anything else?
I don't know. I
Anything
think
else?
maybe just Jared's. I'm not sure if there's anything else I can think of.
All right. I mean, like, I really want to just send this URL to Chris and make him play the trailer for best game E3.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I will
so
say it was good.
Where can I send you this trailer?
Put it in the chat. Well, don't put it in the
And-
chat because that'll give it away.
Yeah. Put it in the Discord calls chat.
If you put it in the Discord call chat, I can't get to it without getting rid of the camera.
All right. Well, then I'm just gonna put it in the chat then.
All right.
All right. So first, there's the list, and best game E3. Best game. So this was one of the first things I played, and I played it every morning. And every time I was there, they recognized me, and I just told them I got to start my day off right, playing the best game here, and they loved me for it. I also wore their hat around on the second day when they gave me a hat. So for sure, thing I needed to do. Is that a window? You're gonna click this link.
Hold on.
Everybody
go.
else knows what it is. They already know.
They already know because they already looked at it.
If anybody clicked it, it's real life. Full screen it. Full screen it.
Chris is excited.
Am I?
I don't know.
Skip that commercial.
Oh man, we're advertising right now.
I mean, hardcore.
Brought to you by our sponsors. Amy P. from Columbus, who wrecked her car to get more prescription opioids.
Yeah, that's our
Woo!
sponsor. That would,
Yeah.
that would be a 2-bit punk sponsor.
Oh no!
Damn, Amy. She's
Best
probably.
game E3 Senran Kagura Burst Renewal.
Oh man, the physics in this game incredible.
It's so spot on. It's so smooth. The gameplay, the controls are just incredibly responsive. You've got just like a mastery of the world as you enter it, but it's still challenging. It's still
Jiggle
continues,
physics.
continues to increase its difficulty as the game goes on.
I think, you know what? Unreal Engine, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's gotta be right.
Definitely.
And very happy that they the Kunoichi, which is a female shinobi, in case you're wondering, the Kunoichi have left the beach and are back in their ninja world, fighting the other ninja girls. So remade, it's remade in full 3D. Man, yeah. Solid.
Does this have co-op?
What?
Does it have co-op?
Oh, it better.
I don't know. They had it set up for a single player demo. It did control well. Honestly, it's a really fun game. It just makes you slightly uncomfortable at times, as you can imagine.
It is,
Especially when you're in a room of other people.
or you're on the or you're on the floor. at
Or-
E3. That's my favorite part. Is like the line for this game was always dead. Okay, always dead. You could walk up and play this game because nobody who played it stuck around. They're just like, I'm not this perverted guy. That's not me. I'm not this guy. And I love it. I think
Or
it's-
they knew you by
First.
name. That probably made you a little uncomfortable too.
Yeah. or like when they recognize me, like, "Hey, you were here yesterday." And it's like, gotta start the day off right. Like, so
Jesus, you're so creepy.
I just think it's hilarious. Like, I'm sorry. I understand. Like, it's ridiculous. It's very ridiculous. But I also am so entertained by it. And I don't know what it is that entertains me about this game so much. Because
Hold
it's not
on.
like it's sexual, right? Like, you're not like, oh yeah, hot girls. Look at that. But
Well, I
I
mean,
think I think it's that kind of thing. Like, I don't know. I find it so funny, and I'm so entertained by the game.
I did play half of the demo with my erection, so I mean,
We are gonna play
Wrong-
that again
wrong
for
joystick.
anybody anybody who
joystick.
happened to miss it.
but yeah, I mean, the thing about E3 was like
really,
there
is
are at
playing
least-
it again.
there are probably
Again.
6-7 games that I would have purchased or I will purchase that were there. It's a dangerous world of video games, or dangerous for your wallet, you know.
All right,
Um,
and
oh.
there's the list.
Wait, there's
there's
one
the
that it was announced, but they didn't really. It wasn't playable. That mech game on the
Oh,
on the Switch.
Demon Ex Machina.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that game looked awesome. I actually learned today that one of the dudes that worked on Robotech
Uh huh.
is working on that game.
Oh, perfect.
nice.
So
Nice.
that's
I mean,
awesome.
Who was it? It was either somebody, random people at E3, or it was fam guys. Like they're like, I don't know why Nintendo led with that. Like somebody said that, and I don't know who it was.
I think it was fam. Yeah,
Somebody in fam.
somebody in fam. Yeah, not all fam.
Yeah, not all fans. I'm not throwing some, and I shouldn't even throw it on the whole thing. It's just like somebody said this. But I think it was a really good looking. Like
Oh yeah,
when
it
they
was-
put that up, I was like, what is this? I want to
Yeah.
play this.
I
I want to play this game.
It was like super stylized. It was just it got me hyped for the rest of the like showing whatever else they had. I was like,
Yeah.
if that's what we're gonna start with, they usually start with something weak. So let's see what else they got.
Yeah, and I mean, I know everybody forgot about it by the time Smash Brothers rolled around on Nintendo's conference, but I would have liked to have played that game. I would have been into that. But, instead there was a ton of Pokemon. Played
Yeah.
Hey, I'm
Pokemon
stoked about
lines you
that.
couldn't get into.
I'm stoked about that Pokemon game too. Because all you gotta do is pick up the other Wiimote, or not Wiimote, the other Joy-Con, and you got 2 players.
I would
Yeah.
never wait in a line to play Pokemon though.
Oh
I'm
no,
sorry.
I don't blame you for that at all.
I can't get behind that one.
Like
just
I know what it's
because-
gonna be. I
Yeah.
get it. They told
Yeah.
me. Like,
It's gonna
Yeah,
be
it's not
Pokemon.
gonna-
Big surprise.
Yeah, it's not like the gameplay suddenly becomes different or something. And the only actual like gameplay mechanic that they brought to it is the gameplay mechanic from the cell phone.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
so it's like they didn't even come up with something new. They just integrated
Well,
it
they made
into a
it
Switch
they made it
version of the game.
multiplayer too. They made it just like couch
Okay.
co-op.
I mean, and
I
yeah,
mean-
and I like that better than Pokemon Go.
Oh
you
yeah.
know, where you're just going around and collecting things. Not that I am against the GPS games.
Oh, we had some fun walking around a park that one day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm against them or anything. But
hey, they killed the game with Pokemon Go, and then making this, they're killing it again. You know, I'll say it now. It's gonna do amazing. They got that little Pokeball Wiimote. It's awesome. Like Nintendo does awesome things, and this is one of them. But I don't care about Pokemon.
I take it. And then the samurai game. Is that an open world samurai game? The PlayStation.
Tsushima?
Yeah.
I
It
don't
kind of looked open
really.
world.
I feel like I heard that it was, but I don't know that for sure.
And well,
Yeah.
when we were watching it, the announcement, I thought about it for like a second. I'm like, I've never played an open world samurai game. That sounds really, really cool. And then I watched him like kind of go around the world a little bit. I'm like, is this what I didn't know I always needed?
Maybe it looks awesome. I agree with you there. I definitely would like to play it.
which one was this?
It
Ghost
Ghost of Tsushima?
Yeah.
Big Bear's back.
it was made by the people that made Infamous, I believe. Does that
Oh,
sound
no wrong
correct?
there.
Yeah,
Yep.
that'd be cool.
So the developers actually came up to one of the lines I was in and we're talking to somebody.
That's about all I've got to add. Is those 2 games really got me kind of hyped.
Real quick, Big Bear's back.
Hey, Big
Mhm.
Bear!
And
We have to get him a bio card too.
Yeah, I'll make it up. I gotta do a couple of those things.
See.
If I hadn't already committed to playing comp Overwatch on Thursday with the guys that we met at the Overwatch League Stadium, I probably would just do like a drawing session or like a Photoshop session where I'm making cards and stuff.
hmm
I gotta do that one of these days.
Yeah, I want to do something like that too. I just got a bunch of those pen tabs, so I'll probably give some of those out.
What I would like to do, and I think this would be nice, and is there anything that is coming out this year?
Hello.
Hey.
Hey man.
You.
Hey.
Switch-
All right.
Sorry to
I-
just jump in randomly, but
How
No,
dare
hey,
you?
You're welcome. Cletus has got to change it up now. He's gotta
I
get-
done did it.
Did it.
That works
Cool.
out really well, actually.
Yeah, the 4 split screen does.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Although we got
And
to
then
turn
I-
Jared
and then-
around.
And
Hold
then
on.
four little characters on there.
oh, there we
yeah,
go.
yeah, I'll have to flip around.
I think
that's
I
nice.
just turn you around.
So, I did say this. I wanted to do this thing, and hopefully you
Oh.
guys will join me in this. Now,
Boy.
on that list that I've posted in the chat, is there anything else that's coming out this year that's not on this list that was at E3? Maybe we didn't play it because those are the things we played, but is there anything else on there? So Spider-Man, that's going to be in September.
Sekiro.
Yeah.
Sekiro, that's this year.
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay, and that wasn't there to play though,
No.
so we couldn't have played that.
There's a lot of samurai games coming out,
Yeah, there was a lot of samurai games.
which I'm totally cool with, but it seems a little weird.
Rage
Well,
2 isn't
it's
until
Just like movies,
2019.
everything comes in
right?
waves.
Yeah, I feel like that. I feel that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Rage 2's not
Oh
out for a
nope.
while.
Wait, Sekiro. This says 2019 now.
New
Yeah.
Pokemon game.
Oh, it was unveiled. Okay, yeah, it's 2019. My
the
bad.
Pokemon game.
I think those are this year.
So that's 3 things that aren't on our list that were at E3 and are coming out this year.
Well, what about the Damon Ex Machina? Is
Oh,
that
yeah.
this year?
I don't know. Let's look it up.
Hmm.
Oh wow,
Um,
it's just Damon.
Bloodstained Ritual of the Night says 2018, and that was at E3, but I don't think it was playable for anyone on the show floor, just for media.
I didn't catch anything about that one, so it's not really on my list either.
Well, you're a sucker then, because it's
Oh,
gonna be
Yes.
awesome.
damn,
Is it
son.
gonna be?
Yeah,
Alright,
that's it.
alright,
So, Bloodstained is the Koji Igarashi game from Kickstarter.
Okay. Oh, okay. And that's the one that you played like the mini. You got
Yeah.
the mini game from. I think the fam was playing that the other day, actually.
Yeah,
Oh,
I saw
They're streaming that. Yeah,
Trevor was playing it.
it's nice.
Steak sauce.
Got a shout out to the boys. So what I wanted to do is from this list of games, and we should have just typed the other ones in the chat there. What was it? It was Spider-Man.
Yep.
Pokemon.
Yep.
Sekiro.
Sekiro is not coming out, so
Okay.
you can leave that off.
What else was on there? Spider-Man, Pokemon. Ones that are
Bloodstained.
coming out. Bloodstained.
And I didn't check on the Damon X Machina
It's 2019.
2019.
So, out of this list of games, which ones are we gonna buy?
I'm getting Pokemon.
That's the first one you name?
Yeah.
If I
I'm
didn't,
surprised
if I didn't,
I'm
my
surprised
daughter
you
would
did.
kill me.
You didn't say Mega
Yeah.
Man 11?
I would
That's
totally
not
go
on the
with Mega Man
list.
11.
Yeah, it is. Mega Man on the left. It's right there.
That's just Spider-Man, Pokemon, and Bloodstained. I think it was just added,
Oh,
right?
just added. Then
Oh,
yeah,
the-
Mega Man
The
11.
Oh.
list above it. The list above it.
I'm definitely getting
Smash-
Mega Man 11.
Smash Brothers.
I'm gonna get
Destiny 2.
Smash.
I'm gonna have to spend
Right.
more money on Destiny 2.
I'm definitely buying Mega Man 11.
Mega Man 11. I think. Yeah, with all the other games, it's a tough one. Starlink.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever that's out, I'm buying that.
I'm hoping they kind of fix matchmaking for Smash Brothers because we could actually do tournaments, and I could use the Elgato and stream them.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Like
That'd
we
be
could
cool.
all be in Discord
also have one
together,
of those.
and
Man, it's expensive. It's an expensive year, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
I know.
yeah.
I think I'm gonna buy like 80% of this list, at
I
least.
mean,
well, and then
so Starlink for me, Mega Man 11,
this is a lot of stuff for us to stream, fellas.
Destiny 2. I gotta get Destiny 2 for me and Chris. We gotta conquer every corner of Destiny.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
you're missing so much,
Smash
man. You're
Brothers.
missing so much.
Spider-Man. Games. What else am I missing?
Oh no, I'm talking about in Destiny.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
there's so many things I haven't gotten. Hey, I try to help, man. I try to be there.
I know. I appreciate that.
Man, I would buy that Senran Kagura game, but
Yeah,
I feel
I
like
was
I might
gonna
get some
say-
weird looks from my girlfriend.
Oh,
But Hey, it might
I'm-
happen anyways.
I'm going to buy that one because I told Abby this. I was like, I'm gonna buy this game because I know it makes you uncomfortable, and so like if I want the living room, I'm just gonna pop in Senran Kagura and just be like, this is my room now.
I'm
I think it's
hoping-
legitimately a fun game. To tell you the truth.
It
But-
is. You know what? It's 1,000 times better than
Yeah, Jump Force.
Ninjala. It's better than Jump Force. It's better than man. I could pick a couple things off this list that I think it's better
Mhm.
than. I think it was. Sorry, Megalith guys. Like it's better than that.
I'd rather
Code Vein-
play
it's better than
original
Code
Tetris
Vein.
than Tetris Effect.
It's
honestly.
better than Tetris Effect. It's
Um,
better than.
I'm really hoping that
Horizon
it's. I'm
Ruin.
hoping it's co-op because I really want to play that with one of you guys.
The Senran Kagura.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Okay.
definitely missed this, but I would totally play that.
Which
Oh,
one?
did you see the? It's the link right
Senran
above the
Kagura.
giant game.
Oh.
or
Oh yeah,
the
that was my best game E3. Was Senran Kagura. I saved it for
mean,
the very end.
I don't really care about looks. I'm a giant weeb. I'll just deal with it.
Well, I love. Okay, so one of my favorite games of all time is the Hyrule Warriors, and it's like the same thing. It's just
Yeah.
Hack and
a
slash.
giant brawler.
Mm. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
That's
it's
true.
a good hack and slash. It's surprise. I think it really surprises people who actually like have the guts to go up and play it at E3, and then they're like, "Wow, this is really
This is
smooth
really fun.
gameplay."
People are gonna
This-
see me here
this-
every morning.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
they're gonna think I'm a pervert.
Yeah,
What-
Smash and Soul Cal are
You know-
coming home with me for sure.
So Chris, you telling me that the developers of that game who are standing there promoting it are gonna think I'm a pervert for playing their game?
Oh, absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
I was more
They're
worried
just
about
like
the
this guy. This guy.
this guy gets it.
Yeah.
He's one of us.
One of us. Yeah.
Sorry, that was loud.
I mean, you know what? I might pre-order Starlink when I get home. I might do that.
I don't
Nice.
even think I saw that game.
Dude.
Well, that was Tristan's
God.
best game at E3.
It's-
I
It's the-
unfortunately
It's the
was
sleeper.
like, I unfortunately like, was trying to watch this during work, and it just
Yeah.
so I only got what I could. Oh, why is Star Fox there?
Oh, why is he there?
Because he's in Starlink.
I did not see this.
Oh,
Mhm.
the reveal of him being in it was kind of great. They just like kind of pan down into the crowd, and there's Miyamoto, and he gets up, and he is the smiliest man on the goddamn planet. He's always so happy.
I think you'd be pretty excited if you were Miyamoto.
Well, okay,
Yeah, right?
You'd
point.
be like, "Hey, my life is awesome." Here's a Starlink.
Oh, I'm watching it right
Oh,
now.
you are? All right, cool.
Wait, so
But yeah, so it's
PS4 got the rights to have Star Fox in a game?
Well, it's on
He-
Switch and Xbox as well, so.
Huh.
so he's probably only going to be on the Switch version. I
That's
would guess.
weird that they would do that with one of their IPs like that.
Well,
That Nintendo would do that.
yeah.
I don't.
Uh,
I
check
don't think
this out.
Fox is going to be in the other versions. I'm gonna look.
I
Oh,
don't-
is that the case? Okay.
Well, I feel like he. Well, I don't know. Because what if you got the toy? I don't know if the
And
toy
he just
comes
fucked it
outside
up.
of the. Yeah, it does it not. I bet he will be, because how could they have that not work?
Well, they said they have the same mount for the Xbox and the PS4 controllers, but it's a different mount.
Oh, it's true.
It's a different mount for the Switch. So the
Yep.
connector could it could easily just be a coding thing where Star Fox figurine has a number attached to him.
Oh, I
and
see
when, you,
how it
and when you
works.
plug him in,
Yeah.
it's not going to work.
Yeah, the starter pack for the Switch comes with Star Fox, and the other two come with the generic ship,
Okay.
which is still pretty cool.
Well,
I mean, it looks.
I would totally
like a
get
railgun.
Star Fox then.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, dude.
Do
For
you get
sure.
an R wing?
It's kind of why we're thinking about ordering.
Do you get an R wing?
Yeah,
yeah.
Well then, fuck yeah.
dude. Here's the thing, though. So, I mean, the game is graphically pretty impressive. I feel like I'd rather play it on like a PlayStation 4 Pro or a Xbox One
Mm.
S or X than a Switch, but I want that Star Fox. It's a
Yeah.
dilemma. It's hard.
I
Why you gotta do that to
definitely-
me?
I definitely
the-
want the Star Fox.
That's the link to the one on Amazon. You probably already got it up already.
So here's the thing, though. With that, if you have it on the Switch, you can play it wherever you want. So,
Yeah.
like on the
Yeah.
plane to E3 next year, you can just pull it out and play it.
Mhm.
I mean, that's true, but you think I'll be done with it by E3 next year?
Oh man.
Yeah. Right.
Just to have like the R-wing statue with the little like that is dope.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
cool.
Now,
I'm
can
gonna
you?
probably buy it for the Switch, but
I mean,
I'm just
honestly,
saying.
anything
Oh.
that comes with like action figures and stuff, I'm usually kind of sold on. If you've ever been to my house, which I know Tristan has, then he
Mhm.
knows that we
Yeah.
like action figures a lot.
I'm gonna
Nice.
start making you action figures, and you can buy them off me.
Well,
All
I
right.
think one of the best parts is you don't. You can even modify. It looks like you can even modify the R wing too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So you can
Yeah.
like
You
put
pull
other
the wings
pieces
off,
on
put
it.
other
And...
guns on. Yep.
that's awesome.
Dude, how funny would it be if Miyamoto didn't know that they were gonna let you do that, and then they show him, they like pull the wing off, and he's like, "No, no, this is not Star Fox.
Just slaps it down out of their hands. Who's like taking it away from you.
You cannot make our wing any way you want. It must be like this."
That's
But yeah, that game can't talk anymore. That game controls really well, Marquise. So it's
It
totally
looks
fun.
cool.
Okay, so I'm reading the wiki for Starlink and Battle of Atlas, which is one word, small l, on Starlink. I had been saying that wrong this whole time. Is that the game, the Toys to Life technology developed in house by Ubisoft Toronto, to ensure that this game is consumer friendly, this aspect of the game was made optional, meaning that players can play the game digitally without purchasing any of the toys. So
Huh.
you do not have to have them. They are
Well,
a
where's the
bonus,
fun
a
of
bonus
that?
for you.
Huh? So you don't have to have any of them?
I mean, that's it says. I mean, it's just what it
That's
says, meaning
interesting.
Players
well,
can play the game
if you're
digitally
buying
without
it for
purchasing any of the toys.
Switch, you do need to get the R wing, or you're just not a.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
still.
So I mean, it comes
that's-
with the first one.
I mean, I'm still absolutely considering that, right? Like, I'm not in any way not considering it.
Well, you
Well,
put you put the link in chat, so I'm just like staring at it right now.
I feel like
Yeah,
the starter
I did-
pack
I
comes
did that on
with.
purpose.
So the starter pack comes with a ship anyway. Like you have to get the one, but then the rest of them you don't.
Well,
Hmm.
it would be cool too if they like added more. Like if you could get the wolf in with like wolf, like Star Wolf.
Right?
Yeah, that would be
Really stuff
sweet.
that going.
That would be sick.
Oh,
That's how they'll get you.
how awesome does he look in Smash Brothers? By the way,
I'm really stoked that they brought
Yeah.
him back. Actually,
he looks badass.
He does look
Yeah.
cool. What if they brought Samus's ship into it? That'd be dope.
Well, they
That would be
that's her.
sweet.
Isn't that her Smash move? Her ship comes down and.
I was talking about Starlight.
Or-
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah. But yes, it is her smash move, I think. It shoots a giant laser.
Oh, that would be
Well,
great.
I think that is what happened in the last one. And this one, she just like fires a huge laser from her ship. Like she uses her cannon, like arm cannon to do it,
Oh, okay.
which is
It's
still
not the
cool.
ship itself.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Huh. Weird.
Yeah, why'd
Okay.
she get on the ship then?
for an angle.
So she's not in the blast radius.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Everyone else gonna die.
My laser gets larger as it approaches gravity.
No, I guess.
All right.
Do you guys want to play a game?
I
Yeah.
have to leave.
All right.
I mean-
I told iDivine I'd go play some Overwatch with her because she asked right before I.
I'm down to play some Overwatch if anybody wants to.
Yeah, I'm at Cloud House, so I definitely should get out of here.
All right, man.
I'm sweating like something that sweats a lot.
All
All
right,
right,
so
man.
wait, real quick. Let's finish this up. I want to type it in here. Our must buys. We decided. I mean, Starlink's obviously on that list.
Yep.
Yeah.
Starlink,
Smash Brothers.
Mega Man 11.
Is that it? All of us? I don't feel like all of us felt that. We got
I-
close.
Oh, I'd
Really
buy
like
Mega Man 11, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
All right. All right.
Smash. I haven't
this-
played Destiny 2 since PS4, but I might pick it up if you guys are all playing.
Oh, I am.
Chris and I will because he
It's-
loves that
it's- yeah.
game and I appreciate every time he comes and plays Overwatch with me. So I
Yeah.
buy Destiny DLC to play with him.
Destiny 2 is to me what Overwatch is to Jared. So
I'll probably stay away from that one
why? Okay.
because I don't have time.
Yeah. We could run you through the story mission in a one session, probably.
Yeah, I already have a bunch of games to play, so it's like,
Skull
not
and
high on my list.
Bones, depending on how the beta goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Cool, guys. That was a good session.
Heck
Also,
yeah.
anybody who's still in the chat, thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, thanks, chat.
yeah.
Later. I think we're out.
Cool.
All right.
Give me honey
Yeah.
now. See ya.